Hello, kids. This is Ryan from the Dead Radio Podcast. Please excuse me while I get these plugs out of the way. Please subscribe to the Dead Radio Podcast on iTunes, Beyond Pod, or whatever your mobile podcast app preference may be to download and listen to the show on the go. Not sure how to do that? Go to our YouTube page by searching Dead Radio Podcast and watching the lovely video Adam posted to teach you dummies how to figure it out. You might as well subscribe to the channel as well while you're there. We're also on Instagram at Dead Radio Podcast and on Facebook as well. Facebook.com/Dead Radio Podcast. If you'd like to support the show, send us a few shekels at our Patreon page, patreon.com/Dead Radio Podcast. Your support will help to
enhance
the show and fund future Dead Radio projects like Tim Cop, a live chili cook-off, and a shot-for-shot remake of Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. We do this show for fun, but as Danny DeVito and Twins once said,
well, money talks and bullshit walks.
We also share the internets with other local podcasts, so check out Dark Side Records Podcast, Dorkside at Dark Side Podcast, Hudson Valley Legends Podcast, and Hudson Valley Transmitter Podcast. And as always, the Dead Radio Podcast is sponsored by Track 7 Studios, providing quality artistic photography and video services for advertising or events of any size. They will photography anything. And if anybody has been paying attention, I just said the word podcast 13 times. Thanks for listening. Enjoy the show.
This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life.
Welcome to Dead Radio.
We're not doing that.
How did she come to have sex with a dead man?
Don't call me Radio Unit 91.
You're a dead man. You're a dead man!
He's God here in this radio station.
Place where the dead speak.
Rebel Radio!
I'm a fake? Yes. How'd you like to be dead?
You ever think about doing radio?
My team is dead!
But you're not crazy. You're me. And this is just radio.
By the powers vested in me by the Federal Communications Commission, I command you to get on the microphone in a serious manner and continue this broadcast.
All right. Episode 114, off and running. Welcome back, everyone. I'm just looking at the YouTube page. What you click on for us takes you right to it. It's hard to not avoid watching the
Then
live.
why do we always get
stream.
those calls from our dumb listeners going, I don't understand. I follow the link, I can't find it.
I know.
You know who you are.
I clicked it. It says number 114, and it's got a little live icon in the bottom right-hand screen.
I also got a notification on my phone literally within a 16th of a second of when you clicked the button. So if you fucking subscribed, you'll get a notification on your phone.
Oh, we're starting heavy.
Assholes.
we have to air grievances when we start
Our goddamn,
the show.
we have 24 people that listen to this goddamn show every week, and they're all awful.
If this isn't the place to air it out, then where is, you know?
Oh, shit. Well, that is Ryan Berberich. He's is it Berber? It's Berberich, not Berberich.
It's actually Berberich.
It's
but
rich,
there are
huh?
multiple people that, say it whichever. So.
Well, how do you say it? Because that's the
Berberich.
right way.
All right.
Okay, Berberich.
That's how I say it.
He's with Craft Beer Guild Distributing of New York. So he's your neighborhood-friendly Long Trail Brewing representative?
So, yeah, I work directly for the brewery. I'm the brewery rep in the Hudson Valley. We're distributed through Craft Beer Guild New York, which is located on South Puck Corners in New Paltz.
So you work with Craft Beer Guild Distributing.
Yep.
But for Long Trail.
So you get your
Exactly.
paychecks from Long Trail?
Exactly.
That's weird. I mean, I guess that's the way it has to work, right?
Yeah, that's the way it is. I mean, you have reps that work for the distributor, but then you have the reps that work for the breweries, and we kind of all attack whatever area as a team.
Yeah, you just bother Tanner every couple weeks.
Exactly.
Like, hey, man,
Yep.
here's some free beer. How about you sell our stuff?
Exactly. Exactly right. That's it in a nutshell.
Well, Yeah, I've always wondered that because I used to work for PDH and RV and all those, and they'd be like, "Oh, the Sam Adams rep is here," and I'd be like, "No, it's not a." Like, I didn't realize that they were actually with Sam Adams.
Yep.
So I'd be talking to them about better beers.
Yeah.
While
It's like, thanks for this bottle opener. I'm going to throw away as soon as you leave. Really appreciate it.
Oh,
I'd
that's
be like,
so
"Yeah,
good.
Sam Adams Summer Ale, great."
Yep.
But have you had?
You know who has a great summer ale? Everyone else. Everyone else.
Sorry, not sorry, bud. No, exactly. So they would work for Boston Beer Company. That would be the giant conglomerate in Massachusetts. That's,
But Long Trail, before I was diagnosed with celiacs, it's a
I heard.
reoccurring theme of this show is to bring in people who do beer, and then
Well, if you started fucking booking guests, maybe we'd have something different.
I'm not good at that.
Oh,
Start
I heard.
contacting some local distilleries or something.
Yeah, that actually is a good idea.
Not a
Yeah,
bad
why
idea.
haven't you done that?
Because
you're bad at
I
this.
just feel I'm bad at this. You just stick a mic in front of me, and that's all I got.
That's it.
So, but yeah, when before I got diagnosed, Long Trail was definitely a staple among others. But yeah,
Especially because it was one of the first ones that was like, you could get it at a gas station. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
It was, a craft brew that you could buy at 7-Eleven, and there weren't, and it's still the case. I mean, there are only a few that you'll definitely see at those places, and Long Trail's one of them. You're not going to get all the weird ones you brought, but
well, and that's the thing. You know what? Like, I like the company that I work for. I appreciate the liquid. They put out like a very approachable beer for everybody in every walk of life, in such a saturated market that we're in right now, that it's just every week it's another brewery, and every week it's another beer, and it's insane to find your little niche in there.
Yeah.
The nice thing is we've been pumping it since 1989, and it's been across the board, just very regular liquid, no ups, no downs. 1 year it's better, 1 year it's worse.
Right.
It's just been very smooth since day one, and they have a hell of a portfolio. So the CEO of Long Trail owns Otter Creek and Shed as well. So we have three
didn't know about
companies
Shed.
under us.
Yep. They got good stuff too.
Yeah, they do. They do. They have a small portfolio, 4 beers, nothing wild, but good
They
liquid.
like that. Is it Mountain Ale?
Yep, you
Yeah,
got
that's
it.
the one that I've had. It's very good.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was just
Never
up
even
at the
heard of it.
brewery on Monday, and we took a trip up to Otter Creek the next day, and I tried the Windswept Wheat, which was from Shed, and it was a phenomenal beer. It really was.
Yeah.
It blew me away. But that's another one that within maybe the next 6, 7, 8 months, as I get better at my job, then we'll probably start to see Shed down here. But
Yeah.
they wanted us to focus on Otter Creek and Long Trail.
Otter Creek is another one.
Yeah,
I
so
love
we've
Otter
got
Creek too.
at the coffee shop right now. We have the Citra Mantra.
Yep, which I brought.
Yeah, and that's so fucking good.
It is. It's a
So
great
fucking
beer.
Good.
That's what I hear.
Yeah, it's so you brought one.
Yeah, I did.
Let's start with that one. We'll
Yes,
open it up
sir.
and we'll talk about it.
Definitely. So it's an IPL. It's an India Pils Lager. It's 5.7%. So it's extremely smooth. It's malty at the same time as it has a little bit of blast of hops, but citrusy as well to go with the season. It's just a super easy.
He looks so sad.
I know, man. I feel like I'm just like
I'm used to it now.
I know. Unfortunately, I'm sure you probably are.
Yeah, it's great, and
It
I've had several. I probably had a dozen pints since we got that keg at the coffee shop. Not while working, obviously, but usually like I'll punch out and pour a beer.
Yeah. It's easy to drink.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
Like it's, there's a lot of people that are new into the craft world that are very turned off by IPAs because they come off too bitter or too floral or too whatever. And they're just like, no. But there are a lot of them. That one that I brought is an Otter Creek Free Flow IPA, which this one is an absolute home run from Otter Creek.
Yeah.
It was, it's new to the portfolio, but it is generating 36% of their business just on this beer alone.
No shit.
Yeah,
I've not
man.
had that one.
It's
I've never even heard of that
outrageous.
one. Yeah.
Unfortunately, our distributor is out of stock right now, but we will be getting stock back in. This
Well,
is definitely
I don't
one.
care because we get to try it, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
they
What's
can go
the
screw.
dark? They do a porter, right? Otter Creek.
So
what's
they
the
have
porter that
they
do?
have a Baltic Porter.
Baltic Porter, and
Yup.
there's another darker one that they have also.
There's a few. They have a lot
damn,
of
I'm-
like They have a lot of off brews, like stuff that they do like limited releases of.
My dad gets one specific one, and it's in a darker it's a darker ale, and it's in a black packaging.
Is it Unearthed?
No.
Long Trail Unearthed? Or it's from Otter Creek?
Yeah, it's like a stout or something like that. I can't remember the name of it, but he's always got that shit in his fridge.
There's an oatmeal stout. It's called Couch Surfer.
I feel like I've had that. That name sounds really familiar.
It's got the guy and the dog laying on the couch, just hanging out, all plaid.
I might be. I don't know. I can't remember the name of it. I have to ask him now. But like, he's always got Otter Creek just sitting in his. And Long Trail shows up too.
It's a great product. It really is. It's one that definitely holds its own in this, this game that we're in.
Yeah.
Chances are a lot of people have heard of Otter Creek. I find it like it's like a 50-50 mix.
I went to the distributor recently for just a friend of mine, or not friend of mine, my sister-in-law. Jesus, it was her birthday, so I wanted to get like a mixed pack of all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
I went with Bell's, but
Okay.
that was just because of me.
Mm-hmm.
I walked around the place. I saw the Bell's end cap at halftime, and I was like, oh shit! And I just grabbed a bunch of those because I had Bell's. I was drinking Bell's in Washington D.C. before it came to New York.
Okay.
And then I got the celiacs, and then and then I was like, oh well. And then it came to New York, and I was like sad about it.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm trying to.
It was
trying to help
exclusive
everybody.
at one point, and now it's just everywhere. Bell's is a great product.
It's going to get harder and
is.
harder for you to do to buy beer for people, like to give opinions and know what the fuck we're talking about.
Well, the only now I just go by what I remember as good. I remember Long Trail's good. I know Sierra Nevada's good. I know Bell's is good. Left Hand. What's the old chub? And
Dale's.
Dale's Pale
Ale.
Dale's
stuff. Avery. I know a lot of ones that came out that were prominent during the first boom of it. I guess it was the early 2000s kind of thing. But now it's just I walk in there and I don't know what's what. It's
really
incredible.
is.
But another thing that really kind of chaps my ass.
and everything is so fucking expensive now too.
Yeah, it's incredibly.
I went in
expensive.
there. This is very stupid on my part, but I spent $400 at halftime the other day.
$400.
Yeah, well, I bought kegs. I paid for the kegs for the party in a couple weeks.
That'll do it.
Which I'll invite you to as well.
Beautiful.
I'm not giving out my address on there.
Why? That might be fun.
Well, I did it. I gave out your address on the show one time.
Yeah,
man.
it's a nugget.
Yeah.
You have to find
I'm
it.
sure the wife was happy about that.
So anyway, I was like, I'm just getting like a keg of Yingling. I'm not spending a ton of money for all the fucking people who don't give a shit at the party. But I was like, I built my kegerator yesterday. Was it yesterday? Day before yesterday? Doesn't matter. And so I was like, I just need a sixel of just something you have. So I went with the Fresh Chester. That's what they had there. Yeah. Captain Lawrence.
Yep.
So that was more expensive than the half barrel of Yingling that I got.
Jesus, yeah.
And then I bought a bunch of brewing shit. And then before I did any of this, I bought like a 6-pack of. I bought this Stone Go-To IPA, which I think was like $18 for a 6-pack of 16 ounces.
Sounds
and then,
about right.
What the hell is it? I should have just brought it. It's like a honey stout from Coney Island.
Oh, okay.
Which I haven't tried yet because I have a kegerator now.
Sure.
So I've just been drinking
That's it.
pitchers of
Yeah.
beer. So when that kicks, I'll let everybody know how that is. Or maybe next week I'll bring it.
There you go.
But yeah, so I spent like $400 at halftime the other day.
Jesus.
Because I bought beer and then said I
It's
should get those
easy.
kegs while I'm here or order them. And then I was like, wait, maybe I'll just build a kegerator today. So I'll get another keg.
Yeah.
3 different transactions.
It's easy
2 different
to spend
deposits.
that kind of a money at a place like that, especially if you're into the beer and you're into having variety. I mean, I know friends that run up to Maine and Vermont, and I mean, they load up their vehicles, with a place that you can only get a case.
Yeah, Matt, one of our regulars,
crazy.
went up to and got Heady Topper for all of us at the shop, and he posts a picture on Instagram of him with a case. I guess they let you get like 1 case per person.
Yep.
Like no matter what it is, like you can get a case of Heady Topper if they have it, I guess. So he gets a case, his wife gets a case, and they post a picture on Instagram. I was like, ooh, you got presents for the shop. Like jokingly, and he fucking brought in, he gave us half a case between me and Tanner. It was great.
That's super cool. That definitely is. That's what it's all about.
It's Matt with the very cute baby. The one that Tanner's always holding.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tanner, your baby is here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You need a paging system.
When there's a lot of places like I know a few spots like down in the city that.
By the way, we drink a lot faster than this on the show, so I'm gonna need a bunch more.
All right.
You can put it in here if you
Let's
want.
do it. Hey, man, you let me know the pace, you know?
Tastes fine. Fill her up.
Yeah. That was like one glug.
Yep, that's it. Done.
That and I've had this before, so I don't need. That's
this
why I
isn't
wanted to
new.
start here.
Yeah.
So we'll just get it rolling. With
I know a lot of places that do like bottle shares. They'll do like a setup instead of doing like a tap takeover or an event generated around one sort of beer. They'll do a bottle share. So you have people with beers from the West Coast, East Coast, different countries that'll all get together and they'll be like, "All right, I'll trade you a bottle of this for
What
a
the
bottle
fuck?
of
That
That's
sounds
cool,
awesome.
man.
Very cool. It
we
definitely
should
is.
totally do something like that. Although with halftime right there, it's gonna be lame.
But again, I mean, if you got people that visit
Yeah.
the West Coast and go out and get Pliny the Elder or some other stuff that you can't
I
get
still
over
haven't
here.
had that, and everybody's always raving about it. And
I hear
feel
it's good, but
I feel like
hear
I'm going to be
it's-
disappointed.
Yeah, I
because
hear it's just a lot of hype.
I was disappointed with Heady Topper when I
Yeah.
finally tried it.
Exactly.
It's a great beer.
It is. It's a great
And
liquid.
It's not even over. It's not expensive. It's just hard to get.
Sure.
And like now I drink it and I've had it and I know what
Yeah.
I'm expecting. I love it. It's
Yeah.
great. It's a nice little treat when you get one because it's hard to get.
Yeah.
But
It's a double IPA.
I could probably think of 10 better
Yeah,
beers.
there's 55 double IPAs at halftime on one of their shelves
Yeah.
right now. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And that's the thing is that they generated so much exclusivity and hype behind it that people are going from across the world to go get it.
Yeah, it's
because
crazy.
now it's like
and North Rivers was better. That's one example.
Sure.
We just
Yeah.
had them in last week. Their
Yep.
double IPA is better than Heady Topper. I would absolutely say
Yeah.
that. And I mean, there is a certain degree of the guy that brewed it was sitting where you're sitting.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it a lot more.
Definitely.
And whether that's in my head or not doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, and that's the beautiful thing
yeah.
about beer is that there's so much variety that what tastes like shit to you may taste amazing to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's, we just had, we were up at the brewery, we had a double IPA that was, it's exclusive to a brewery release, and it's called Over the Handlebars Double IPA from Long Trail. And it was good, it was delicious, and I thought it was better than most, but now, maybe that's me because I, live this brand and I pump this brand, but it was a very good liquid, you know.
Gotta the Emperor's New Clothes thing too. You got to remember that whole bit. Like when people start putting something on a pedestal, the rest of the people follow behind. Oh yeah, that is the greatest thing I've
and
ever
then
had.
there's also the drinking the Kool-Aid thing.
Yeah.
Like when I worked at Volkswagen, they're like, "Don't worry, give it 6 months, you'll love Volkswagens." I was like, "No."
I have one. I know your pain. I've had 3. I know all about it.
Yeah, being a mechanic, you're just like, no, Volkswagens are the worst.
Yeah.
If you love them, that's fine. Keep giving me money.
Sure, exactly.
I'll see you 3 times a year on the back of that fucking flatbed. Bye. Have a great day. I'll see you next week.
I've had my Golf for about 3 years, and I don't think I've gone more than 30 days without a check engine light on.
Yeah.
No question, no doubt. It's just a regular thing, and I feel like it would be weird if it wasn't on.
Yeah,
at this
I was
point.
there. I was there for 14 months, and there were cars that never left.
See,
they stayed there the whole time. Cars that people were making payments on, and they were in a fucking loaner for the whole time I worked there.
God.
This is a brand new fucking car.
That's horrible.
Like at that 14 fucking months. How about you take it back and give them something new?
That's pretty rough.
Yeah.
That definitely is. That is pretty
All
bad.
right. Well, we forgot to do this. Let's go back to what are you drinking?
Oh
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
So I see you're like itching to get this white. What is it? A white IPA?
It's a white IPA. Yep. Fresh
damn it.
slice.
See, I was never into whites, even though I was big into Belgians.
Sure.
I liked Chimay, Courson-Donk, and Delirium and all that. Or actually, well,
Yeah, Delirium.
yeah,
Yep.
Delirium's Belgian, but I was focused on the Trappist stuff.
Sure.
But I just recently had Glutenberg is a gluten-free
Yeah,
beer
oh yeah,
company.
know very well.
They released a white ale.
Okay.
And it's in the blue can. I know that's confusing for everyone, but
Especially Amber. It's a white ale in a blue can. It doesn't taste white or blue.
And it's a red liquid.
Yeah.
Huh?
Before I was never into whites, but now it's just like I can't have any real beers.
Sure.
So when I tasted that one, I was like, "Oh my god, it tastes like a white ale."
It tastes like a beer.
I don't even care. It's so good, And like now it's just it almost after I finished the 4-pack, I was just like, fuck. And now I'm even more bummed out because now I can't try the new, like,
Sure.
a white IPA sounds really good to me because I like, before I had to stop drinking beer, I was getting into IPAs.
Sure.
I was always a stout guy.
Okay.
And like, really super malty. But then I started leaning hard IPA. And that's like what I had in my fridge for like a couple months before I got diagnosed. So
Was there a point where you had to pour out beer?
no.
No, you were just like, fuck it.
No.
Yeah,
I
deal with
just
the repercussions as they
drank
come.
shit. And then, and we went to the Dogfish Head Brewery when and that was kind of like my last hurrah type thing. Like I just said to myself, fuck it, I'll deal with the consequences after I get back.
Sure.
And I did in a bad way.
I'm sure.
But it was a great trip. It's just unfortunate.
Yeah, no, definitely. And that's, what, they always say that too, like as you get older or whatever changes, your palate changes, your likes change,
Right. So, what the fuck would I actually like to drink now?
Yeah. God, the
feels
possibilities are
frustrating.
endless.
I know.
My fiance is one of them. She was a huge hophead. She was very much into the beer scene, and then what seemed like overnight, she just can't do it. Pounding headaches, like immediately from it. And
my wife gets the same
Does
thing.
she have an allergy? Like
not
celiacs, but possibly.
they couldn't find anything.
Yeah.
That's what we thought.
Yeah.
We thought
So
maybe there was a gluten
celiac,
allergy or
celiac
something.
is an autoimmune disorder.
Yeah.
Right.
Basically, your body. Your body can't process the gluten, so
it starts attacking your
guts.
guts.
Attacking your guts.
But there are people that have a gluten allergy, which would be like, I'm allergic to mushrooms. So some people are allergic to shellfish.
Okay.
They have a similar reaction.
Sure.
So I have heard of people that have a gluten allergy, and a guy that I worked with when I worked at Bikeway had that, and he would just get really bad headaches.
Yeah.
But only if he really overdid it. Like
Okay.
if he had like 6 beers, he would have a terrible, like he just thought he got bad hangovers.
Sure.
But then it started happening like while he was drinking.
Yeah.
He went to the doctor and they did like the pinprick allergy test.
Yeah, that's
and
what they did with her.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, they couldn't find anything, nothing. So now she just keeps it very easy. If she does have a beer, she'll just have one, and she misses it a lot, especially this guy right here, the Free Flow IPA. She absolutely loves it. I brought her down to work Westchester Beer Festival a couple of weeks ago with me, and she was in love with this beer, and she was really pissed that she couldn't indulge, because it just. So now she just does her little white wine, her red wine, and it doesn't affect her, and she's just got to be more conscious of it now. And it's unfortunate for someone that has a love for
You
beers.
see, for me, if something like that happened to me, it'd probably be the best thing that ever happened to me. But
Fair
I'd be
enough.
so upset.
Yeah,
I would lose.
yeah.
I would lose like 90 pounds. Like it wouldn't. No problem at all. Just because, for the transition for a little while would be really bad because it'd be like 2 bottles of bourbon a week, about 4 or 5 bottles of bourbon a week, probably.
Yep.
But then once I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. Just because, like, beer, I can get sloshed on beer every single day and wake
be
up
all right.
totally fine, go to work, feel great.
Yeah. It's the naughty sauce that kind of sends you for a
all the
loop.
vitamins and minerals that are in here. It's great. But yeah, bourbon now. Like I'm in my mid-30s now. If I have more than 2 or 3 bourbon drinks, my next day is gonna be rough. Past that, I used to be able to drink a whole bottle. Like I don't drink Jack Daniels anymore. Back in college,
Sure.
Whole bottle of Jack Daniels. Stop drinking at 3 a.m. and get up at 6,
And you'd be fine.
totally fine.
Yeah. Shows how
Now-
much resilience you have when you're,
can't-
late teens or
it's
early
like-
20s.
Yeah, it's like you can spring back, but every time you spring back, you lose a little bit.
Definitely. Chops like a peg off,
Yeah.
Speaking of wine, actually, I was up not speaking of right now, but
We weren't
back a little
But
bit.
we
That was
were,
a
yeah.
while ago. That was a terrible segue.
Just real quick. You were talking about these little like taster cups before,
Yeah.
and I couldn't wedge myself in there. But I went to this winery, Robabero, in it's like Gardner area.
Heard of it, yeah.
I'd never heard of the place before, but I stopped in there. And I had a couple glasses there. But when I first went up to it, they were like, "Oh, tasting for this much." I just wanted a glass of wine because
Sure.
we're meeting my brother-in-law there, and so I just went up. I was like, "I need a dry white," and they were like, "All right, well here, this is the Gewürztraminer," and then they poured me a little little thing, and I just went tank, swished it around, blunk. Yep, there you go. Fill that fucker up.
That's it. Go to the top next
The
time.
guy was like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm getting the honey notes with the citrus and fill the fucking thing
it's
up.
I
got
could
a
taste
good-
a little bit of tobacco in
top,
it. You know?
please.
It tastes like diamonds, you know?
It's nice at the back of my throat. The aftertaste is really great. Let's keep that.
Oh, God. So good. So good.
So what do you think? The white IPA?
I do like it, but I'm not a white,
not a white guy?
I am a white guy.
It has a very unique
I'm
like
gonna write that
after
down.
flavor to it. So it's brewed with clementines and coriander.
I saw that. I like the departure from the traditional like orange. Or
Exactly.
You know,
I think they went off on something else, and it's good. It is. It's good if you like this style.
it's more of like I'm thinking like a, it's in the cup holder on your rider tractor while you're mowing the lawn type thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
It's definitely a summer beer. Definitely gives a little bit of a unique flavor to it. Not your traditional summer beer.
smell.
Most summers are very low in alcohol and like citrus bang.
Yeah, it's the. I mean, I'm not a fan of white beers. I'm just not. I never have been. Like you were talking about, like Belgian beers and Trappist beer. Like everything in that whole phylum.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's got an interesting aftertaste for
It
me
does.
that I don't
It
like.
lingers too. Yeah.
But this is one of the better ones.
It is. It's a decent
And it's
liquid.
because it's got some citrus to
Exactly,
it. And some,
yeah. It's
it has
easy.
more. It has more going on than your like Sam Adams White Ale.
Yeah.
That's like if I want to talk about how bad those can be, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
It definitely is, and that's yet another example of how approachable these beers are.
Yeah.
Is even that they're off kind of seasonal, they're summer seasonal. The white IPA brewed with coriander and clementine. Maybe some people would be like, that's too much for me, but yet still here we are again, and it's a super easy drinking beer. The blackberry wheat is
That
that's
one I
my
do like.
home run.
Yeah.
I love that
I do like
beer.
that one.
I love it.
Really?
Yeah, it's so good. And there's a few other in the market, and I've tasted a few of them. And to be honest with you, I like ours better, not because I work for Long Trail, but because I've tasted the others, and I just like our liquid better.
Explain a white to me though, because I've actually never really understood
man.
what the deal was.
So
Why is it a white ale?
Yeah, I don't really know. I know the yeast is different.
Yes,
The yeast is very
different.
The yeast is the biggest part that is that aftertaste that I know of. And one of our, maybe Jay Fulham might know, could correct me if I'm wrong, but like the yeast that's used in this is kind of similar to like a Belgian yeast in that kind of family. So it has that aftertaste that's kind of cloying, I guess would be the word for me. I just don't really care for it.
Sure.
Whereas like a wheat beer is made with the same exact ingredients, just different yeast, slightly different process,
and no lingering
That-
aftertaste, nothing that's hanging on.
That's pretty much what this is saying on Beer Advocate. This is a Belgian-style ale that is very pale and cloudy. High level of wheat, sometimes oats, generally spiced with coriander, orange peel, and oddball spices or herbs.
Yeah, so the spices I can do. It depends, but I tend to associate them with those kinds of beers. So if I see coriander, I go, I might not like that.
Yeah.
Even though I love coriander, I did coriander mead one time. That was awesome.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Did you really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I drank it
fancy
all. I
pants.
didn't give you any. Nah,
So then it's good. If you just
you might have
no
been.
liquid
You might have
left.
been in like Texas or something at the time. I drank it all. I don't know.
Couldn't wait.
I used to do a lot of like half-gallon batches of honey wine.
Sure.
So if they're good, they're gone that night. So
I have a friend of mine that's really into like honey meads, and he's huge with Plan B. Loves Plan B Brewery. They put out a lot of good stuff, and nice and local. But every time we go to his house, he's got multiple bottles of something, and he'll find a new brewery that came out with this type of mead, and he loves it. Definitely does. He's very much into it.
yeah, I do it because it's a lot easier than brewing beer.
Yeah, I hear that.
It takes more patience, but
Sure.
it's a lot easier.
No, that's cool that you brew your
Thanks.
own.
Well, I had the one that I'm doing right now, the dandelion one. I talked about it last week. There was like a half gallon, or no, it was like a quart left over.
Okay.
Of my wort, as it will. They don't call it that with mead, but so I was like, all right, I'm just gonna cut this with water, so it'll be roughly half the alcohol content, and then I'll just dump a ton of yeast in there, and it'll be done in like a week, and that'll give me an idea of what it's gonna taste like when the other ones do it. But I seriously just dumped yeast in and put a wad of tinfoil on top of the growler that it's in, because because honey is just, it's so antibiotic.
Yeah.
Nothing can really grow in there easily, and then once the yeast takes hold, nothing's getting in there. So if you do that with a beer, it's going to be shit.
Yeah,
it's going to
yeah,
be terrible.
definitely.
Unless you're doing like open fermentation and going for something specific. But yeah, seriously, I just dumped yeast in out of the packet and put a piece of tin foil
That's
on
awesome.
top so no dust gets in there. It's going to be great.
Home remedy. Boom.
Yeah.
Done. No, it's cool too. And I mean, there's something to keep an eye out for. Otter Creek is releasing this highly acclaimed, it's called the Orange Dream.
Yeah.
So it is a cream ale brewed with sweet orange peel and vanilla beans. So it's resembling a creamsicle.
Yeah.
We tried it up at the brewery. It's coming here to town May 18th. We have a huge rollout party at the warehouse in Newburgh from 6 to 9. And that's going to be like the main focus. Right after May 18th, that's when it's going to be like, available for consumption by everybody.
You mentioned that when we talked at the coffee shop, and I was really hoping you brought some.
I
but,
know.
May 18th.
When I went up to the brewery on Monday, we were trying it the following day. So I think it was like Tuesday afternoon. And it was a huge hit. It really was incredibly good. And I was hoping that, the higher ups would be like, all right, here's a 6-pack for everyone. You know what I mean? I really did. And I was super, super bummed when they didn't.
That did not happen.
And I was walking out. We were leaving the place to go to dinner with the whole entire Long Trail and Otter Creek team. And I looked over to the left and I saw like 3 cases of cans. And I was like, I'm too new, man. I'm too new, I've only got hired since January. I was like, I don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean?
I'm like that at my place now. I'm afraid to eat anything behind the counter because I just don't feel comfortable yet.
Fair enough. You got to get that comfort
stop
level
it.
up.
Don't do it. You cocksucker. Fuck you.
It's just a minute. I have to check with the manager.
I fucking hate you.
Oh, God. That's good.
I mean, every episode since I've gotten the soundboard, you gotta hydrate or something. Get some honey, maybe tea or something.
I don't know.
You just
Maybe.
sound like a pubescent boy.
So what we got here is we got the blackberry wheat ale. It's a wheat beer that's just it's a home run. It's definitely one of their best seasonals. This is the one everybody looks forward to.
Yeah, I've been drinking this for years.
Yeah, it's such a good beer, man. It really
This is a great one to like start your night off at the bar. The Dubliner, they would get it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's whatever Juan Murphy's now.
Sure.
Or whatever.
But I was around for the Dubliner. Yeah, it was a great spot.
By the way, let's just real quick camera talk. Real quick aside.
Okay.
The movie recording has been stopped automatically on the Canon because it felt like it. So yeah, so we're pretty happy that we're switching to Sony. I think for the video.
I'm having issues with the YouTube. That's why I've been a little bit quiet.
Fair enough.
Oh, I thought it was because you couldn't drink beer.
No, well, I mean that's part of it, but
so what's going on with the YouTube?
I don't know. It's just not jiving, so we'll see what happens.
Let's not worry about it. We're gonna get rid of some distractions and just talk about beer.
That's it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So at 4.2% and 15 IBUs, this beer is just children could drink this and enjoy it.
And they should.
Yeah.
It's just very easy. The blackberry isn't too pronounced. It's just like linger, and it's so good. I tasted one the other day. We had a huge big tasting event at halftime this past weekend on Saturday, and
I saw the sign. It was like free beer.
Yeah, it was wild. Man. I took a video with just my phone up in the air from left to right, just panning, and it was a madhouse. It was great. It really was. There was another brewery. I'm not going to say the name, but
Yeah, fuck
it
them.
was just way too like sour tart. Like it was like an unripe blackberry that you just picked off the vine and threw in your mouth, which I guess some people
so they had a blackberry.
Yeah.
Were they billing it as a sour or were
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So they were going. They achieved exactly what they were going for.
We should let Nikki know about it. She'd like to check it out.
Yeah, and sours are great. They definitely are. This one was a little much for me. I just
Yeah.
tasted a little tail. I'm like, oh my Lord. And I gave the guy, I said, here, I was like, try this. And I gave him a blackberry wheat. And he loved it. He was like, wow. He's like, that's, definitely very good. So who knows? I guess I know sours are on the rise. I know that, some people don't. I particularly like a few of them. I do. Some of them that I've had. The first one I ever had was absolutely horrible. It was a pumpkin. It was so
no, I'm not gonna do
pumpkin sour?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
It was so bad.
I almost said like a Ryan Bosch joke, but I'm not going to do it.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say, did it sour your opinion of sours?
Yeah, that's funny. I like that.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
It's good. It's
But you
witty.
see,
It's sharp.
I
It's on there.
refrained from doing it because it was awful.
Sour pumpkin, though. That's
Yeah, it was
sour
rough.
pumpkin.
It really
no,
was.
I mean, I think you're asking too much of a beer for it to be that.
Yeah.
You know.
It was just so over the top, like, and it wasn't like I was like, no way, no
It's
way.
probably what they were going for was the typical pumpkin beer or whatever is mostly like,
Pumpkin spice with no pumpkin in it.
Yeah, right.
exactly.
So they were probably like, all right, let's try a different direction with it.
Mhm.
And
It's just like a Coors Light with cinnamon in it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's it. You know. I mean, and you know what? And I know that I was probably the only one of a few people that didn't like it. But I'm like, this thing is horrifying, and I was like, it was terrible. And now, we have a sour. It's sour esque. It's
Oh, I
a
love
cranberry
that.
goza. I
Yeah.
love this beer. This
Yeah.
beer is outrageous. And I enjoy this. It's very refreshing. Definitely summer beer. But it's available all year round, and it's cool because you could drink it in the middle of winter, drink it in the summer. It doesn't matter.
That one, I got to try it again because I remember loving it, but I don't really remember what was going on with it. So,
and then there's some people that don't.
Yeah.
And again, we go back to that. It's great. It's like wine was back when, like you may love this or you may hate this. It's awesome like that. Yeah. I used to run a beer store for a few years, and I remember telling people that. They'd be like, well, is it good? And I'm like, well, you can't really ask that because it may be good to me and it may be terrible to you, and that's awesome. It's nice to have that.
You kind of
wow.
What the heck was that?
I don't know. I switched the screens.
That's what it was.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, it went from standard definition to high
Oh
definition.
Christ! I'm sorry. I just
That's
sucked
okay.
the life out of the
Just
show.
warn
All
me,
good.
and I'll mute my computer.
Are you opening that now?
Yeah, so it's like at the coffee shop when people are like, "Which tea would you recommend?"
I was just
none of them. I fucking hate.
That's
tea.
what I was about to say. I was just like, I actually had the first tea today. I just caffeine wasn't doing it for me, so I was like, I wanted to drink something.
Sure.
So I just grabbed one of the Paris. It's fruit
It's
and
like a
caramel.
black tea.
It's
Yeah.
good. It was
Sure.
it was good. So
There's a
now
lot
I'm-
of them that
now
are. They're
I
delicious.
make when I can tell when people aren't going to take that joke as funny, so I don't say that. I'll recommend teas that smell good.
Sure.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
best that I
Because
can
then
do.
if chances are, if it smells good, it's got to
Yeah.
taste all right.
Yeah.
You know what I
But-
mean?
I don't know, they just taste like fucking dirt or watered down coffee.
That's it. Or like you soaked your laundry in
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
just
I
like,
just I don't fucking
There's
get
some
it.
of them that are off the
Fucking
wall. They
like
definitely are.
I did try the Dragon Pearl Jasmine because it smells good. It only smells good, but fucking
Yeah.
Jasmine tastes like a chemical to me.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
fucking understand how
Tastes
people
like
like that
Windex.
shit. Yeah, it does. It tastes like a fucking chemical.
That's funny.
It tastes like laundry detergent.
And then
Oh,
right
yeah.
away,
And we have a nice rosé here.
yeah, you could see the
Yeah.
difference in the color right off the bat. So this one particularly is brewed with Massachusetts cranberries from a local cranberry farm
Oh fucking hey.
and sea salt. So it's a Goza
Sea
style. So it's like borderline tart.
So Goza is actual style.
Yes.
Oh no shit.
Yep.
I
A lot
didn't
of
know
people
that.
mispronounce it. A lot of people just
Can I have the ghosts?
yeah. Can I have the
Yeah.
gozy? You know what I mean? Like they're just
So-
like
I'm remembering the
it's
conversation
German.
now that I drank this. Tanner and I love this, but I don't think it would work at our shop.
fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I think
No,
if you were
yeah.
at a place like
smells good.
Shotzi's, I think they would blow through it.
Yep. Some
But
place
for
maybe
us,
on the
yeah,
river where
we
it's
only
hot
have
out,
yeah, we
that
only
kind of
have
thing.
we only have like 3 taps.
Yeah.
So he needs to, and he also can't just like go, well, this isn't selling, unplug it and get rid of it. Like it's pricey.
Sure.
So
He's got to make Adam drink it all.
well, yeah. I mean, it would just go home with him.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, no, it wouldn't. That wouldn't be legal for him to take it home.
It would not
to
go
his
home
kegerator.
home with him. It would stay at the shop always, 24/7,
But
365.
then you got some places with 30
Yeah.
taps, you
Yeah.
know, that like, all right, no problem. We'll roll the dice on it. You know, this beer does very well everywhere we put it.
Yeah,
but again,
I
they're-
think a lot of people would see it and be like, cranberry, oh great, and they're expecting like fucking Michelob Ultra with cranberry
Exactly.
flavor.
Exactly. When it's
Whereas
not
like
that.
real beer drinkers are gonna go, I'm not fucking drinking a cranberry because
Sure.
so the people that are gonna gravitate towards it are not the people that are gonna
Yeah.
like it,
Yeah.
but the people that would be like, I don't know about that, are the people that probably would like it.
Yeah.
So-
Now we did a huge rollout in Westchester and in the city. I think we did maybe 10 or 11 beers on the run, and we bounced from one to the next. We had the entire team with us. It was right when we had switched distribution, so it was a really big deal. This was one that was on draft, and this definitely was one of the better selling beers, and it was right in the middle of January. And then when I tasted it, I'm like, wow, this would be amazing in August. You know what I mean? Just super hot out, extremely cold. It would be a phenomenal beer because it's got the dryness to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of cuts off. It's awesome. I do love it. Low in alcohol, easy to drink.
I would drink the shit out of this.
Yeah, you could smash these things. It's insane. It really is.
I just remember I was one of those guys fruit, nah. And then I started getting more. A
lot of people were. I'm sure a lot of people had the same.
The first fruit beer I ever had was a raspberry framboise, and that was that was a bit too much for me.
Sure.
What about the Sam Adams one? What the fuck is that? Cherry
fuck!
wheat.
I forgot
cherry
about
wheat,
cherry
yeah.
wheat, man. We should
Tastes
drink.
like
we drank
fucking
that.
cough syrup.
We drank that in high school.
Yeah,
Tussin. Tastes like tussin.
They do have a cranberry lambic as well, which is even more disgusting.
Oh my lord.
It's like. So you get the Sam Adams mix pack for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
You have it at Christmas, and then the cherry wheat's still in the fucking the crisper
And
drawer of your dad's fridge in fucking July. It's cherry
got,
wheat and the cranberry lambic.
The liquid stain from
Yeah,
where it was sitting for
and it's
super
got
long.
the liquefied cucumber that you're pretending you don't know is on there. Yeah.
Oh God!
It's like a sock filled with marshmallows. It's just but nobody's daring to touch it because if you touch it, it's gonna.
I didn't see it.
It's gonna mess up. It's it's dynamic and it's gonna fall apart in the drawer,
so-
and then you got to be that guy.
So that's Sam Adams. That's our review of Sam Adams cranberry lambic.
Oh man, I remember a review for their Infinium. I think it was called Infinium. It was a couple years ago, and the one of the guys at halftime was just like, "Oh, this is Sam Adams' new such and such."
Oh, when they were trying to go we still make real beer, guys. This one's $7.
Yeah. No, it was like one of those. It was in a champagne bottle, and it
Sure.
was $20-something to get the
remember
bottle,
that.
right? And my friend is sitting there, and he's just like, "Yeah, this is Sam Adams' new one." I was like, "How is it?" He goes, "Tastes like ball sweat." I was like, "Oh, that good, huh?"
Yeah, pour me two while you're at it.
Oh my God! All right, I'll pass. Let me go
That
with the
is too
staple.
funny.
So, yeah, well, they did it to themselves. So fuck 'em.
No, definitely. Absolutely. I know a lot of the guys that work for Boston Beer, and they're amazing individuals. I'm not the biggest fan. Back in the day, in my 20s.
them or Sam Adams?
No, of the liquid themselves.
Let me tell you something about that. Back in our 20s, because we're
Yeah.
about the same age.
Yep.
Sam Adams was fucking good.
That was it. Yeah.
But I don't think it was. I think it stayed consistently the same. Aside from their winter, which changed every fucking year, their seasonals would change a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The Boston Lager has not changed.
Well,
No, it's
we
been
have
a
changed.
staple. Yeah.
We have changed because that you go from a fucking Coors Light, which was your only goddamn option, or fucking Budweiser or whatever,
Yeah.
to Sam Adams. That was the choice. It
Sure.
was all the other shit or Sam Adams.
Yeah.
Back then, unless you went to a brewery.
Exactly.
And there were so few of them back then when we first turned 21, fucking 13 years ago.
Yeah.
I remember Dogfish had Raison d'Etre. That
Yeah,
was the
yeah.
one.
It's Raison d'Ale.
Raison
d'Ale.
Raison d'Are. I've been practicing my French. What do you think?
You're on
great.
point, man. It's
Raison
uncanny how good.
So, yeah. But
I remember
Dogfish
that
Head
was-
is probably one of the first ones that I could think of that was
Yep.
really readily available. Long Trail's probably one of them too, but I
Definitely.
also
I
would
remember-
spend a lot of time in New Hampshire
Okay.
for bike rallies and stuff. So we would stop through at the brewery on the way home.
Yep.
So I would say I've probably been drinking Long Trail since I was 21 or 22.
Sure. Okay. Nice.
So I definitely checked them, and I loved when I'd be in Laconia, New Hampshire, and I'd go into any gas station, and there would be Magic Hat, Long Trail, and then just 2 or 3 rando breweries that I've never heard of, and I would spend $60 to $200 at this gas station, and everyone else spent $18.99 on fucking Budweiser.
Yeah, on a rack.
And I was just like, can I put all of these glass bottles in your saddlebag because I'm on a fucking sport bike?
Oh, it's so good.
They're like, why don't you just get cans? Because this stuff doesn't come in cans. But now it does. It's great.
Yeah.
This is
True.
a new thing for me, this Goza. I've never,
There's a lot. There's quite a few breweries are doing a Goza style beer.
Yeah.
A lot of them are, not necessarily flavored, just kind of like the straight style. I like ours. Ours is the only one that I've really said all right, you know what, this is a good beer.
I've never had one except for that one.
Sure.
And it was the sample that you dropped off that one time. Yeah.
Yep.
So
it's cool.
It's awesome.
But you're 100% right about the day and age of where everything kind of changed.
It was like a switch flip.
It was
amazing.
Nuts. I remember I was 27. I'm working for Raymore and Flanagan over here, and we were crushing Sam Adams, Boston Lager, and Sam Light, and then I was out of the game for a while, and then all of a sudden, bam, it was everywhere. And I was just like, my God. I'm like, it's just insane. And it was there, but I don't think none of me and my friends were looking at it. We were still looking at the affordable, let's grab a case for whatever.
Yeah, we were buying fucking Lakeport Canadian malt liquor from Foodway.
Yes,
you weren't
absolutely.
listening, Bosh. That was a great fucking callback to our childhood.
What was it?
Lakeport Canadian malt liquor
That's
from
right.
Foodway in Wappingers.
I used to buy just the fucking most ridiculous shit I could find just to get drunk on.
Now, meanwhile,
the place.
Yeah, meanwhile, we're fucking 19 years old buying this shit with a fake ID that I made.
Yeah.
They didn't care.
Yeah.
What was
And
it,
he's like, ooh, Killarney's Irish Red. Lakeport Canadian malt liquor. What the fuck are you doing?
That place was amazing, man.
Yeah,
the stories
it's a fucking tanning place.
It's so sad to see it.
So for anybody who doesn't know,
I wonder why they went out of business.
Yeah, I'm sure it was probably between all the underage sales and.
For anybody who doesn't know, a Goza is an old German beer from Leipzig. Leipzig. It's an unfiltered wheat beer made with 50 to 60% malted wheat, which creates a cloudy yellow color and provides refreshing crispness and twang. It was also worshipped in Mesopotamia around 6000 BC by the Hittites and Mesopotamians.
All right.
Nice.
It's definitely a
good job.
Info. Absolutely.
Well, now
you
that second
didn't
part,
need to totally punch out from the show to get that. But.
No, I didn't. No, I just I wanted to drop a Ghostbusters reference in there. And I don't think anybody caught it.
Oh, well, I get it now. I wasn't really listening closely enough to get it.
I was like, oh, that sounds like Gozer.
So this one is their. This is like a rocket ship, man.
Yeah.
When this came out, this thing just skyrocketed to the top.
That's the free flow
the
IPA.
free flow.
Can
Yep.
I smell it?
It's got an amazing
this
smell
is
to it.
100% exactly the beer that I like.
Yeah.
I like smelling IPAs because you smell like stouts and they kind of smell like shit.
Sure.
Like literally, like they smell like
IPAs
just
get a
chocolate
lot
and
on the
doo-doo.
nose. They definitely do. You get a lot of smell in there.
IPAs, they just smell nice.
Yeah, they do. This one,
it's got that juicy smell that I'm talking.
And this is exactly what they wanted to do because the Northeast is known for their juicy, unfiltered kind of juice bomb.
Super
herbal
too,
and
it smells.
they wanted something that was going to go up against, and this was exactly it. It's 6%, 60 IBUs, so it's not too bitter. It's very entry level for a non-craft beer drinker.
Adam did the wide-eyed nod. And
they've got their fucking hop game on point. Otter
Yeah.
Creek. I mean, between this and the Citra Mantra.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you could, if I were to give a beer to somebody and say, let's see if you like hops, I'd probably start with a Citra Mantra because it's not super bitter.
Yep. It's
and
not
then
over the
this,
top.
you could go to a person who's never had an IPA before. This would probably be very bitter.
Sure.
For me, I mean, like my favorite beer at a certain point, like I hit like a crescendo with the hops was Stone Ruination.
Yeah, sure.
And there's nothing more bitter than that, really.
Yeah.
I mean, anything measurable anyway. And then started going towards the stout route, and then I quit my job, started my own business, and then it's been PBR
Fair enough.
for a while. And then PBR got expensive, so then it was Milwaukee's Best.
It did, yeah. Milwaukee's Beast.
Yeah, and now we're coming into spring, getting a lot of money for weddings and stuff like that, the photography stuff, so it's going up to, the $14 six.
Very cool. Hey, it's inflation all across the board, man. Absolutely. You gotta live within your means.
But this right here is probably my favorite we've had tonight.
It's amazing, man. It really is. Everybody likes it. We blew through our stack at halftime in Mamaroneck. And then now we have the one coming up in Poughkeepsie on this Saturday from 2 to 5. And I just went there this morning. The store manager's name is Adam. And I told him, I said, listen, I was like, maybe we cut back.
I'm off Saturday. I should go.
Should.
I'll bring the remote. We'll do an interview.
30 different breweries, 100 different beers, ton of people, giveaways, free shit, you know?
Text me and don't let me forget.
Okay,
I'm putting
definitely.
it on you because Siri is busy.
100%. We and I told them this morning, I said, listen, I was like, you know what? Maybe we go short on two cases of something else and go 2 more on the free flow because it just, everybody I put the liquid in their hand, they were like, holy shit. You know, and that's exactly the wow factor that we want. You know, is
I like
exactly
how you call
that.
it liquid.
Liquid.
Is that like a industry
I was
thing?
waiting.
Or
It
what?
is. Yeah.
I was waiting
yeah.
for you to ask about it.
You know what? The guys up at the brewery all refer to it as like an approachable liquid, a drinkable liquid, a crushable liquid. I think I kind of inherited it from them, just to sound a little bit more professional in my job day to day. You know.
Yeah.
So they're like, wow, this guy really knows his shit. You know what I mean? But little do they know, you know?
It's like, it's like, you stop calling espresso.
Yeah, oh, those are good.
A cappuccino.
Yeah.
Can I get a cappuccino? What the fuck is a chino?
I worked at Stefano's in the Village of Wappingers for like 5 years, and I used to deal with that on a regular basis, man. The shit that would get butchered. I'm like, I'm Irish and German, man. I say it better than you, and you're Italian, for Christ's sakes. Like, this is terrible, you know? So funny. Just to watch humans just butcher the language.
Well,
jeez.
Why don't we take a quick break?
Before you open that, let's
Because
take
I
a
gotta
break.
pee.
So do I.
And I have to refill my
yeah.
Espolón tequila.
No, it's
Espolón.
I've been saying it for days ever since I went to the liquor store. It's Espolón.
Espolón.
That's the way you have to say it. That's
That's
the way I
awesome.
say it in my head, and I find myself when I'm by myself just saying it.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently it's a good tequila, but I fucking hate tequila.
It's a good word.
So,
it
but,
rolls off
we
the
wound
tongue,
up not
you know?
using it for the Cinco de Mayo party because they were drinking. So anyway, it's really convenient. Jose Cuervo, they make an entire margarita already pre-mixed in the bottle. Apparently, it's great.
Piece of cake.
Yeah,
Nice.
That's all you need.
Effortless.
That's all you need. So I was
What
like,
the
all
fuck's
right,
in
so
it?
I'll just take my $23 bottle of tequila that I
6,000
bought for you home.
grams of sugar.
Yeah, so there'll be tequila at the party in a couple of weeks. 'Cause
goody.
I'm not fucking
Very
drinking
cool.
that shit.
Very cool.
All right.
All right. Eisen
Dog
wants to
trying
play
with
ball.
us.
Yep.
All right. So let's take a quick break. Do we do anything on breaks anymore? I don't even remember.
No, because we do it all in the beginning. I guess we should probably plug you guys
So-
properly. It's at Craft Beer Guild NY. It's Craft Beer Guild Distributing of New York. Also at craftbeerguildny.com. Check those guys out. If you're a local business, definitely talk to Ryan here. He'll set you up nice.
Absolutely.
With some quality shit.
Or just string them along and get free samples.
We
That's
haven't
it.
met one that we
Very
didn't
true.
like. So
Very true. Very true.
So all right. Yeah,
All right,
we'll
so
we'll be back.
Do
And
you want to do break music or?
you do break music. You got it all.
Sorry.
You do break music. God damn it.
No fade in at all. It's just going. All right. Oh my god.
Enjoy Shadow Witch, cunts.
Here in this coffee shop, one hand on the classifieds. Ain't I just a picture of a grown-up, barely scraping by? Back in my Oldsmobile, fur on my brow because this isn't out of body moment, if there ever was. Whose calloused hands are at my wheel? This scene doesn't seem so real. These stars aren't the same. Who moved them out of place? Who turned them down and made their lights so dim? These roads are all wrong. Who paved them all in stone? Put these car keys in my hand and said, grow up, kid. Paychecks and bank receipts. Which bills can I pay this month? Thank goodness for singing on the street, or I might just give up. Sit on the front stoop while the cinema folks file. Pay a few dollars to escape their grind for just a bit. How I would join them if I could. A distraction would feel so good. These stars aren't the same. Who moved them out of place? Who turned them down and made their lights so dim? This home is all wrong. Who ran off with my love? Put this lease down on my lap and said, grow up, kid. Walking circles past the closed up shops, trying everything to turn my head off. Nothing felt this big when I was smaller. They must have took away some joy, made me taller. These stars aren't the same. This bedroom ain't the same. This mirror ain't the same. This reflection ain't the same. These roads are all wrong. Who said I can't stay up? But this ain't getting my justice. Said, grow up, kid. Put this timeline in my head and said, grow up, kid. Put these car keys in my hand and said, grow up, kid. to Christian swords, a host of barons, earls, and lords set sail. Like an evil caravan that carries death across the sand, they sail. Blood start running. No, don't stop it now. Heart is pumping. Time to cut it out. Blood is running. No one's stopping now. Heart is pumping. Time to cut it out.
Hi, I'm Andy Reid from Catskill Cabin Conversations on WGXE 90.7 FM. You're listening to Dead Radio Podcast. Enjoy. Do not fear.
Mics.
Are we back?
Mics on. Special thanks to Andy Reid and Mike Porter from Catskill Cabin Conversations, Triple C, as we like to call it here. I got interviewed for their radio show on Saturday, and I said, you know a lot, my voice cracked a lot, and I went over my time, and they have to edit the shit out of it. So. But I only almost cursed once.
All right.
So that was a good one.
I feel like that would be my biggest hurdle if I were ever speaking on a platform that you could not. It would be very difficult for me.
You know, it's funny. For me, I figured it would be really hard because as soon as you put a mic in front of my face, you know, I start cursing away. But I don't know. I watched my mouth. It was fine because, you know, the air of the room. Like you read it and you almost subconsciously do it. Like I almost said shit, but I kind of went, oh, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
That was close. You know, but
at least they're not live.
Yeah.
True. So they can edit. Yeah. All right. That's not too bad.
So speaking of live, by the way, the Facebook Live post that I was doing before, never hit the button.
No.
That's fine.
You're a dummy.
No, it's just my cell phone was just sitting there, so all you're dancing around before never went up. But yeah, we're live on Facebook now, since apparently we're not live on YouTube.
Yeah, something's wrong with a YouTube stream. It took a shit, and yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that we could watch it after the fact. Who knows? But you know.
If not, I mean, I'll have plenty. I'm just gonna. So I'm testing a new camera. I've got 30 minutes on this camera, and I'm gonna do as long as this will record on this camera, which should be 30 minutes. But apparently they have overheating issues, so this is a nice torture test out of the box.
All right, cool. It's like an
and
unboxing.
In fabulous 4K.
Ooh. And if you're just
4K.
If you're just joining us, we're talking to Ryan Berberich, our local rep for Long Trail and Otter Creek from Craft Beer Guild Distributing. It's a bit of a mouthful for me because I have a mush mouth. Craft Beer Guild New York. craftbeerguildny.com. Also at Craft Beer Guild NY on Facebook. Check those guys out. He brought us a bunch of beer. This is like the most extended version of What Are You Drinking?
Yeah, it's just the whole episode.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I definitely want to be, the best that I can,
Well, you've definitely brought the most product. That's
Beautiful.
for fucking sure.
Beautiful.
Yeah, the folks from North River brought one growler.
Okay.
One growler of a really good IPA.
It was very good, but I was still mad.
And if there was one beer that I would have brought.
I wasn't mad. I was just happy that I also brought other beer.
Sure.
Yeah.
If there was one beer I would have brought today, it would have been that Free Flow IPA.
This is fucking great.
No question.
Yeah.
That would have definitely, there wouldn't even have been a doubt in my mind.
We'll test the new touch focus, spot focus. Ooh.
That would have been it. That would have been the home
Adam's
run.
got this fucking Sony. What is it called?
It's the new Sony A6500.
All right.
It's their flagship crop sensor camera.
We won't go too deep into it because that's a different podcast. That's probably happening.
Yeah, Tanner and I are going to have our own camera YouTube channel.
Tanner's involved with cameras as well.
Yeah. He's a big Canon fanboy as well.
Okay.
So this is like a whole new thing going mirrorless and Sony. So it's very
So
scary.
is this like Apple and Android, Sony and Canon?
No, it's kind of like Ford and Chevy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. Like no one can say it's better, except for everyone says that theirs is better.
Fair enough.
There's no fucking reason to say like. I prefer Canon, but not because it's better than Nikon. It's just I think they're better.
Understood.
So Sony is kind of a new thing because Sony always made just point and shoot cameras.
Sure.
Now they're making like pro cameras.
Okay. All right.
And this is like mid-level pro camera, which is I just bought it straight for video.
Okay.
So I'm still going to use that other camera for stills for my production company, but this I think is going to be great for video, especially because this shoots 4K and my Canon doesn't.
Very nice.
So it won't. The people at home, it probably won't change anything.
Yeah,
because people are mostly watching our videos either on YouTube or Instagram, which is all 1080p. I can do 4K on YouTube, but nobody's fucking watching.
I've been harping on it, but it really needs to be said over and over and over again that this camera looks like something you find at a fucking flea market.
The reason for that is because nothing with the Canons, everything needs to be spaced out a certain way because it's fucking mechanical.
Sure.
You know, it has a shutter that moves out of the way and exposes a sensor instead of exposing film. This, they can put anything where they want to put it, so they built it like a rangefinder where the eyepiece is offset to the side, like crappy Funsaver cameras.
It looks like a piece of shit camera.
Yeah.
And it's $2,000.
$1,800.
Oh.
Yeah.
Real quick, before we move on, I did want to get this plug in because keep forgetting about it. The benefit for the love of Jen, is this Friday is the 12th, correct?
Yep.
Yes. It's a I don't know how to say the word BARRE, bear or Pilates mat class. It's core bodies on Friday, May 12th for a wonderful night out as they raise money together. I'm reading the thing here.
So a little backstory.
Yeah, help me out here.
Jen is a regular crafted cup. She works at Core Bodies, which is the Pilates studio upstairs at 44 Raymond Avenue. She was diagnosed with breast cancer about 3 or 4 months ago, something like that. She's doing very well. She's in the middle of chemo right now. She's very positive. She looks great. She's doing great. But it's very expensive, and you have to miss a lot of work.
Sure.
So there's a lot of expenses incurred. And her fiance has a fledgling business, so they are probably struggling. I don't really know. I haven't talked to them money-wise, but I know how expensive it is because I lost my mom to breast cancer. So
they're basically doing classes for Pilates and this bear. I've never heard of bear or bar. It's a donation, and it's going on all night. Each session is a half an hour. Stick with the same class or try another. All proceeds go to Jen. That's Friday.
That's awesome.
That's Friday the 12th. This coming Friday. Doors open at 5. Classes start at 5:30. It's at 2 LaGrange Avenue, Suites 203 and 206 in Poughkeepsie. There's silent auctions, raffles, appetizers, and
wine.
So, check that out. It's for a good cause.
Yeah.
Help
That's
out.
great.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be doing something in the very near future with Crafted Cup as well. So maybe to coincide with that event, I haven't been able to get a hold of anybody yet. I haven't had the time. So, but we want to do something.
Yeah.
So
that's
very
awesome.
Very soon.
Had to mention that before we forgot.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, I had a reminder. It's right here.
While we all cleanse our palates, we still have open beers here. I don't know. You're pouring another?
One. He's got a different
I got another one, and this is
just both barrels.
Well, the last half hour of the show, I'm just going to finish all of these.
That's it, exactly. It's like the end of a wedding where you're they closed the bar. Let's just go drink all of it.
It should be noted that I did finish this one already.
I definitely am not surprised by that.
Free Flow IPA by Otter Creek.
Yeah, that one's a home run. This one's their flagship, man. This is the one that's been brewed since day one, their Long Trail Ale. This beer is so crushable and so drinkable. It's an amber.
You mean ambular?
Ambular. It's an ambular drink.
It's a lot redder than I thought it would be.
Yeah. So this one, I'm assuming, I didn't get a lot of backstory on this one when I got hired in January, but I know that this one was basically made to attack all the rest that was in the market, which would have been your, Yinglings, your Boston Lagers. It's the whole New England region up there. So they definitely made a product that can stand tall with the rest, if not surpass. In my opinion, I think this beer is probably one of the best that they make. As far as one that's brewed every year since 1989, the beginning of time, and these guys are still killing it with this.
Yeah, I've probably had hundreds of these.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
On the show, you usually stick to the IPA on the show. I think, right?
Yeah, but this, like, you can get these in like a suitcase of cans, like a 24-pack.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I drink this.
You know
a
what?
lot.
Now that you say that, I remember.
Yeah, I drink this a lot at Bike Week.
Okay.
Rallies and stuff where they don't allow glass because it's like the best beer that you could get in cans. That's changing now.
Sure,
but
definitely,
yeah.
That's something you'll see from Long Trail and Otter Creek as well. Within the next some time, everything's going to transfer over into cans because that's just the way of the world and where it's going. That stigma.
Well, it's better for the environment.
Definitely.
And the stigma of it tasting like aluminum is gone.
Is gone. It's over. Nobody bites onto that except your 65-year-old guy that drinks Jenny Cream Ale steadily. He will never.
It's still got the rip off top.
Yeah, the little peel tab. Oh God. Yes, that. So I mean, that's a nice thing too. It's it's a little bit cheaper to make. It's better on the environment, like you said. Which Long Trail and Otter Creek are two companies that are very environmentally friendly and conscious. Both their breweries are as environmentally friendly as you could possibly get on such a gigantic scale. Otter Creek is putting out 50,000 barrels a year. Long Trail's putting out 65. They just did a $5 million addition to the brew house up there, and they're looking to take on everything and put it all on the system at Otter Creek, which can handle that plus more. It's absolutely insane to go up there and see and take a tour and just look at what these guys are doing. It's absolutely amazing to see. It really is.
Nothing on the gluten-free front, though.
Not yet. They did. So now Woolivers, which I'm sure you probably heard of.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So Woolivers was Otter Creek.
Uh-huh.
Woolivers was brewed in the same brew house as Otter Creek. The problem is you basically have to have a second brew house to brew it.
Yeah.
So I guess the return on investment wasn't there.
Yeah, I mean.
So they did away.
I don't expect anything. I know that I think it was oh God, who is it? I want to say it's Fort Collins does Omission.
Yeah,
if I'm not
yeah.
mistaken.
Omission. Omission's a great product.
And I like Omission. That's kind of my go-to if Glutenberg's not available. Glutenberg's, I followed Glutenberg on Facebook, and I had to fucking hide them because it's all in French. So I'm just goddamn old country bastards. So anyway, but I don't expect anybody to put out a gluten-free.
But a lot are.
They try, and a lot. Well, I should say a lot. Try is a better word.
Yeah.
Like Dogfish did their Tweezen.
Yeah, Tweezendale.
It's a strawberry, and believe it or not, it wasn't that bad. I thought it was going to be like a sweet ball of shit, but it wasn't. It was actually kind of nice, but it just wasn't good enough for me to buy. Spend the money for that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a fucked up. It's a fucked up disease that doesn't get enough. I've said it before. I don't expect much from the bigger breweries, even and especially the craft breweries. You can't win. Unless you open a brewery specifically for gluten free.
Definitely.
Yeah.
They can't do anything about it.
When I ran the beverage center, we had a decent selection of gluten-free beers, and it was exactly that. Like the Dogfish Tweezen was one of the better selling, and then when Glutenberg came on the market, which is also distributed by Craft Beer Guild.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah!
And that one was a very good product. One guy came in from Germany and was like, he had a gluten allergy, and he had said it. And he was like, "Can you see if you can get this?" And I did, and I found it, and we stocked it for him, and it blew out the doors regularly.
It's the only one that tastes like real beer. All of them taste good.
Yeah.
But they all have this sort of je ne sais quoi to it. I've been practicing my French. Where you're just like, this is good, but it's not quite a beer.
Yeah.
That one tastes like a fucking beer.
Nice. Very nice. And they have a hell of a portfolio, They have like 4 or 5 different beers.
Yeah,
that
they got
offer.
a blonde, they got a red, they got a just a regular pale, they got an IPA, and they got the white.
That's awesome.
So,
that really is. That's great to have the
covers all the
variety.
bases.
Sure,
And
definitely.
if they try to put out a stout, if they're listening, and I doubt they are, but just don't try. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Greens did it, and it was a fucking disaster. And Steadfast also.
Oh, yeah,
it just
Steadfast,
tasted like chemicals in oatmeal.
Yeah,
It was disgusting.
yeah. Couldn't imagine that being too great.
But yeah, so I see cloudy on the side
Mostly
of that
cloudy.
bottle. I'm just
Unfiltered Belgian.
We still have
God.
2 to try.
We do.
Oh my
We have the
God.
Green Blaze
Why didn't I
IPA. And then we have the
Green
mostly
Blaze.
cloudy.
I've never heard of that
Yeah.
one.
This
That
one's
sounds that has a little
It sounds
insinuation
like
to it.
It sounds like it's gonna smell like weed.
very piney, very
Yeah.
resiny, typical IPA. Good liquid. The mostly cloudy though, I liked from way back. I remember us getting it at the beverage center. So when I came on board, our area didn't get it this year. So I was like, I had a few people asking about it. But we'll see. Hopefully the numbers go up and I can get everything that I ask for.
I can't wait to sit here and watch Adam drink all these.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink all of them. Before
You know
I
what you
go
should
home.
do? You should pour him a little bit in, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 open bottles right now. You should just pour a little bit to fill the glass to see what they all taste like combined.
Together?
Yeah.
That'd be wild.
That'd be terrible.
It's like
No,
mad
you
scientist
gotta try
shit,
it.
you know?
Well, that would be a porter.
Very
Yeah,
Technically,
yeah.
Yeah,
very
technic-
technically, that would be a porter.
So you should try a Long Trail Porter. At the
I'll
end
do
of
it. Do they have a porter?
Who?
Long Trail.
No.
I'm
They
gonna
don't.
I'm gonna write Long Trail Porter, and we're gonna fucking do it.
They have a stout. They have their triple bag, double bag, and they have.
I remember the double bag,
see-
him hemming and hawing over that. Have you tried this? It gets
Yeah,
you so fucked up.
I was wearing the
Yep.
shirt the other
Yeah,
day.
hell yeah.
I was
Yeah,
working
the
in
retro
kitchen. I was
shirt.
working in the kitchen the other day, and I have a 7-year-old Long Trail double bag IPA.
It's the best shirt ever. It really
Yeah.
is. I love it. I
And
definitely do.
I remember, I wear it to work a lot because it's all fucking beat up. It's really
Sure.
old. Like I'm in a kitchen, I'm gonna get like mayonnaise all over it. And Amber's like, I don't know if that shirt is work appropriate. And Tanner's like,
It's all good.
I got a Dogfish Head shirt. It
Yeah.
says 60-minute man for their
Nice.
60-minute
Nice.
IPA.
Yeah.
And it doesn't fit anymore, but
is it
that's
too big or too small?
too big.
Yeah.
Way too big. It's
Maybe
a
if I
fucking
lose
10.
10 pounds, I'll take it.
It was funny when we went up to the brewery the first time. It was
Which,
basically
Long Trail?
Yep.
Okay.
We had met the CEO up there. We basically did a tour, and it was just paperwork for like 2 days. It was original hire. First thing I did was we were walking through the brew pub. That's where we met our owner, and I look over to the left and I see bombers of barrel-aged triple bag, and I was like, "Oh!" I'm like, "That's gotta be
Triple
like
bag.
gasoline, dude." I'm like, "Oh my god!" And it was. So it wasn't aged in like a bourbon barrel. It was just aged in a barrel for the flavor itself. So it didn't raise the alcohol content,
Okay.
which I thought it would because it's already almost 12.
Yeah.
So I would have assumed it was probably be at like 15, 16, like a real heavy hitter, but it was just that smoky wood flavor.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool. I didn't get to taste it. But when I did a little more research, and when we go up there as employees, we're able to get a case from the brewery. So that's when I grabbed the Mostly Cloudy because I knew that wasn't there. Green Blaze comes in a 12-pack, which is called the Blaze Box.
This is fucking great. by
It's
the way.
good. It definitely is.
Green Blaze, yeah.
Yeah.
The Green Blaze
Can I
comes in a
smell?
Blaze Box that has a grapefruit IPA as well. They kind of went after that market as well, which we all have seen.
That is
Yeah.
awfully grapefruity
Yeah, definitely.
That's nice.
just by smell.
And it's not too high in alcohol. It's 6.5%, 60 IBUs, which is the same as the free
It's
flow.
funny, 6.5% is not that high now.
No, it isn't.
No,
if you think
whereas
about
10
it.
years ago, like that, holy fucking
Yeah.
shit, this is awesome.
Yeah, if it was above 7, it was like,
Yeah.
"Whoa,"
Yeah.
know.
2 beers in one, guys.
Yeah.
Standard beer was like
Yeah,
3.5%.
definitely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
now, I mean, you remember when I was saying, hey, good news, Milwaukee's Best is up to 6.8% now. They went from 5.5 to 6.8. It's like,
Oh,
why did they
that's
have to
good.
do, they didn't need to do that.
No, they didn't. They definitely didn't.
It's
That's-
$1 for a fucking thing this big.
Can I see that Mostly
Yeah,
Cloudy
absolutely.
bottle? I just want to see the bottle
Absolutely.
because it's you know.
It is. It's cool. It's another seasonal. That's the one thing I like about this company is we have so much to offer, and this still isn't even all their SKUs. There's still others to offer, and some people would say that's like a little much, but when I walk into a bar and I'm talking to a buyer and I say, you know, would you like to try something from Long Trail or Otter Creek? And they say, what do you have? That's like an open invitation. And you're like, well, listen, what do you sell most of? Lagers? We have one. We have a California Common. It's called a Steam Pipe Lager from Otter Creek. Boom, right there. Or we have.
That's the one.
That's the one. Okay.
That's the one my dad gets.
That's the lager.
It's a darker lager, though, right?
It is.
Yes,
Yep.
that's the one he gets. He fucking loves it. He's
a great beer.
always got it in his fridge.
Well, what's
always.
awesome, too, is the shirt. I just got a shirt from the brewery, and it's a fucking steamroller. It's
Oh,
awesome. And
no
it says
shit.
steam
Okay.
pipe, and then it's got the little bowl on top with the smoke coming out. I was like, yeah. I'm like, all right. Very cool. But yeah, I mean, it makes my job easier to be able to offer such a plethora of beers, something that can go to anyone. You know, if they're looking specifically for a stout, well, cool, because we got 3 of them.
Yeah,
you know,
you can just be like, "Do you want normal shit? Or you want some?" Fucking
yeah,
shit?"
exactly. And another thing too was I don't know if you guys ever heard of Foley Brothers out of Vermont.
No.
We have a collaboration coming out with them. It's called Under One Moon or Over One Moon.
Nothing makes me happier than collaboration. Else.
Love it.
I was up at Cooperstown. And,
yeah.
I was up in Cooperstown, and
It's like the comic book crossovers where fucking Wolverine and Spider-Man have
Yeah,
a fight.
definitely.
Yeah.
The Marvel
You're like,
DC
this is
collab.
This is amazing. It's like you're not even a mutant. It's fucking awesome.
That is great.
It was Almagang did a collaboration with McShoof.
Okay.
And it was called Nomagang.
Nomagang. Yeah, I remember that. I brought it into the beer store when we was there.
We had it when they had it on tap when we were up there. God damn, that's a good beer.
And that's awesome too because you get 2 great minds that run 2 great breweries that can come meet 50-50 and make an awesome product.
And just,
definitely
work in the lab, make something good.
We had the guy from Allagash.
Fucking
Allagash.
Allagash is so good.
The guy
I
who
have an Allagash shirt that I wear like the second it comes out of the wash, I put it on and I wear it, and then it goes right back in the laundry.
Well, the guy
it is
who
never folded or hung up.
That's awesome. That's one of those shirts
It's
that
one
you
of
just grab.
it's one of those mechanic shirts. Allagash,
Yep.
love it.
Definitely. We have a collab coming from Allagash and Long Trail because the head brewer of Allagash used to work for Otter Creek. So we're going to do a collab with them.
Fucking shit, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff coming out. We have a lot of really, the Orange Dream is number 1. I know we said it on the first segment, but the Orange Dream's coming out May 18th. There's a rollout party at the warehouse in Newburgh from 6 to 9.
I was going to ask about that because I did post that picture. It's at the warehouse, and you know what? I never looked up where the warehouse is.
It's right off of Broadway in Newburgh. Really, really nice part of the neighborhood.
So it's on the 18th.
Yes, May 18th from 6 to 9 on a Thursday.
All right, that's the day after the Clutch show, so I think I'm off.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
So that's going to be the first spot in New York State that will have this Orange Dream on draft.
God damn it!
It's an amazing product.
I
really
hate all
is.
this stuff.
I know. I feel terrible. I really do. I hate just talking about it because I'm like, this guy can't indulge.
Yeah, the warehouse spelled WHERE.
Yes.
House.
Yep.
It's in Newburgh, and you said May 18th.
May 18th. Yep.
With a Thunderhead organ trio.
Yeah. I knew there was live music. I just didn't know exactly what.
And they're going to be unveiling the what's the name of it again?
Orange Dream.
Orange Dream.
Yep.
I will do my best to be there.
Cool. Very cool. I'll shoot you a reminder.
I'm pretty sure I'm off that day. I just put it in my calendar.
Awesome. Yeah, and it's nice. We're getting together with the guys from Craft Beer Guild to do a crew drive during the day. So basically, we're going to have a Long Trail Otter Creek employee with a Craft Beer Guild rep, and we're just going to go hit the area. There's going to be out 6 or 7 teams. We got some guys coming from Western New York, Northern New York. Our big boss coming from Albany. So it's should be a really nice turnout. My boss directly, his name is Billy. He's very close friends with the guy named Dan who owns the warehouse. So they always put together something. And
let me ask a question.
Sure.
Billy, do you say "Oh Billy" to him a lot?
I don't.
Okay, from you know what I'm talking about, cable guy. Oh Billy with the nipple.
Oh Billy.
Yeah, exactly. So no
should-
old
you
Billy
should
to
start
him.
doing
No,
that.
because you know what? Like we're very cool. He's an awesome guy, but I haven't gotten to that point yet to find out his likes
right.
and dislikes.
No, I hear
You
you.
know what I mean?
So
but
Ryan just left a job where they gave him this as a going away gift. So you got to get to that level.
Yeah, you gotta get to the level where they
Definitely.
give you a dick.
Absolutely,
After
that's
you leave.
phenomenal. And you know what? I feel like I made a good impression on all the guys up there at the brewery. We went up there, and my boss told me, he was like, everybody loved you, you know, and that makes me feel good.
You're passionate about
Definitely.
this. Like it's obvious
Yeah.
because I haven't had to say a fucking thing. You just let you fucking carry the show.
So
you know, whatever.
By the way, Scott is listening, and he asked if we could flick the head of the penis for him, and I had already done it before I even
Hold
saw
on.
that, and then he said, "Thank you."
Does he want to give a little one of these? Bang.
I got to do this. I have to.
Yeah, go ahead.
for
I
it.
have to. We're right
It's gonna be
there.
tough from
That's
your
where the
angle.
money
Yeah,
spot
yeah,
is.
that's where the
That's where the music comes
Yeah.
from. You know. Oh my god.
So, do we want to do a departure from beer, real quick?
Do we want to do anything? Yeah,
Because,
I'm
like,
gonna
I-
keep drinking whatever.
I think
Let's try the last one, and then
The mostly
we'll
cloudy.
talk about that, and then I'll make a long trail porter.
So this one, remember now, it is. I had to take a second look at it because I forgot that it was unfiltered. So it's got a lot of sediment in it.
unfiltered
and
and uncut.
Yes. So it's good. Some people would look at the, bottle and be like, ugh, but it's the way it's supposed to be.
You don't have to worry about that with us.
Oh yeah.
No, not you guys. I mean, I know you guys know what's going on, but then I remember working at the beer store, and a lot of people would be like, "What's wrong with it?" I'd be like, "Well,
Nothing's
it's got
wrong
shit
with
in
it.
It's
My
got
beer
stuff
is-
in it."
my
In
beer
fact,
is
it's better
broken.
than normal.
Yeah, exactly.
You stupid
Drink that.
bastards.
More how it's
Save
supposed
it
to
for the
be.
bottom and drink it in one shot. Now that's just a smooth, very smooth
Yeah?
Belgian.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
good.
not a big fan of Belgians, but yeah.
Give me
well,
give me a
I'm
whiff.
fine with Belgians, just Belgian beers.
Sure.
What-
It is.
That
what was
smells
that?
great.
Yeah. It's super smooth. It's easy,
It
It's
doesn't
an
taste like
easy
a
beer.
fucking Necco wafer. That's my problem with Belgian beers. They taste like Necco wafers.
I got it.
They taste
I
like
gotcha.
old people candy.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes. It
The
smells
strawberries,
like a real.
the strawberries
it smells
in
like
the
a-
foil wrap.
Yeah, the fucking there's the fucking the wax thingy. It's like a cylinder and it has all the little wafers in it.
Yes.
Your fucking great grandma had them laying around the house. That's what Belgians taste like to me.
Ate them because that's all she had.
Yeah, it's all you
That's it.
fucking is that
And
or
you
the
knew
hard
you-
candies.
you wanted
and
to get candy
and
regardless.
Andy's mints. Andy's mints.
Let's not. I mean,
Yeah.
Andy's mints are
They're
where
fucking
it's
good,
at.
but old people have them.
Yes.
like, you like your fucking dad doesn't have them. His grandfather has them. Yeah.
All right.
But anyway,
so,
yeah. So this
God.
doesn't taste like Necco wafers. So
No.
it's a very good Belgian.
It's very middle of the road. It really is. And that's the beautiful thing about all these beers is that anybody could drink them and be like, they're good. Even if it's something that you don't like, you could see that, like, yeah, I could see how somebody could drink this, That's what I like.
Whereas there have been some beers that we've had where it's like, this is just fucking gross.
Sure.
Why the hell would anyone think that why would anyone think that they could put this in a bottle and sell it?
It's almost better if we get a shit beer to
Yeah.
talk about.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because we've just been fucking jerking off Long Trail this entire episode. 'Cause, the only I would say the only one that I didn't like was the white
The fresh slice. Yep.
But that's just because I don't like that kind of
That's
beer.
it. Exactly.
you
It's
know?
not your style.
Yeah.
It's not the one that you would prefer over
But
any.
this, I'm surprised that I do like this. But I also had a lot of beers.
So it's been
maybe if it was the first one I tried, I might not like it. But
it's been an hour and 20 minutes of slow stroking to
Yep.
to the epic climax of the long the invention of the Long Trail Porter.
Yep.
right.
This is
That's
a big
it.
fucking deal.
I guess we should fucking record
You
it.
start putting it together, and I want to give something.
together.
Our Ryan, we have a segment on the show, and we haven't done in a while. In a while.
A while.
It's a big deal for this show. I just want to do this real quick, and then it'll explain a lot.
Okay.
Dead Radio presents a shit story. And the reason why this is so significant is For 113 episodes, this is the 114th. For 113 episodes, we have talked about issues with shitting your pants as an adult.
Yeah.
And, the consequences. And, just, we have guests on the show. They share their shit stories.
Some of them
shared.
shit their pants a lot.
Yeah. Bree.
Shits her pants
Bree
a lot.
Keeler, for instance, shits her pants every couple weeks.
Yeah, just an inordinate amount of time.
She works at the Ugly Mug. Go say hi to her.
So good. So
Gotta do
good.
that one too.
So
I did. It's not a true because I did finish that one. But
Yeah, that's right.
well, that was an Otter
But
Creek.
that would have been very light.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
So
think
we're
did
good.
Yeah. So so that was an Otter Creek. So
Yeah.
we're fine. So this is all. Well, this is an Otter Creek too. So it's a
so
long
is the
trail.
fresh slice. So
But
okay. So
in
it's
any
Long
case-
Trail, Otter Creek.
definitely. And I
Long
bet you
Trail
it's good.
Porter's better.
And I bet you it's good. I bet you.
Wait.
Well,
Just
let's
wait
finish
for
the story.
Let's finish the shit story.
All right.
So the big fucking thing about this is that I have always put people on the spot with sharing their shit stories.
Okay.
Just whatever problems they might have had
Sure.
when they were on a vacation or whatever the hell.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't shit my pants in probably 17, 16 years, something like that. I don't know.
Not bad.
Whenever,
You got a good run.
yeah, I had a good run.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
Saturday was the end all.
It was.
Yeah, it was. I broke the streak, actually, and as some people pointed out on Facebook, that I actually created a streak.
All right. Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I like that.
I trusted a fart.
Nice.
I
That's
was
usually how it always goes.
I was sitting on the couch. I was watching RuPaul's Drag Race
Nice.
with my wife. We wanted to take a break. I got up. I walked to the bathroom, and I had a fart.
Mm-hmm.
So I farted,
Game over.
and I trusted a fart, and
Yeah.
that was the wrong
But
thing.
you were already in the bathroom.
No, I was on my way
on
to
your
the
way.
bathroom. So, and you know how close my bathroom is to my living room. It's only 20 feet maybe.
It's like 9 or 10.
Yeah, it's super close. You can do a cartwheel and land in there in one shot,
Right. I felt the fart. It was like a fart and then mud,
Yeah.
and I clenched.
Sure.
That's happened before,
Mhm.
where I was able to clench and hold it in.
Yep.
But I got to the bathroom. I pulled down my pants and
That was it.
I went, "Son of a bitch!" And Brooke was like, "What?" And I just like, I'll explain it later. So, bunch of baby wipes
so
and everything.
good.
I walked out. I
Did you
walked
have to
out
throw out your underwear.
with my underwear in my hand.
They were
And
in your hand.
well, it was. I balled them up in such a way where I wasn't touching anything.
Sure.
Okay.
And I walk out, and I looked at Brooke and I went, "The streak is over." And I was
Now, was
holding
she aware
the
of your length of time?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And when I walked out, she just went,
Damn it. Damn it.
"No, she wasn't. She wasn't
She was
disappointed. She was disgusted."
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And it takes a lot.
Oh, so you were thinking that she was rooting for him? To
Yeah,
not-
like, man,
I
we
mean, I
couldn't make
think-
it
I
an
think-
even
I
20
think-
years,
I think most wives, at least in the back of their head, are rooting for their husbands to not shit their pants
Sure.
ever. Like maybe not actively, but they're not going like really hoping he's going to shit his pants.
Yeah, definitely.
So he's got content
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
show. No, she went,
Yeah, just like, damn you, man.
like, "I'm disappointed in you."
Like the mom, dad disappointed in you. Like,
And I looked at her and I went, "I don't know what to do." As
Mhm.
in, I know I could wash them.
I
But-
throw them out.
yeah.
I said, "Should I wash them? Should I get rid of them?" She was like, "I don't care what you do. I just don't want to be in this situation
Yeah.
anymore." So I was like, "I'm just gonna throw them out
Sure.
because once
You don't want that.
like,
you don't want
our
that in your
safe word
washing
is
machine.
coprophobia, and that is
does that mean?
the fear of feces,
Okay.
and that is a bit of
I'm glad you thought that far ahead about things.
yeah. I had some
I'm
time
happy-
to
I'm
think
happy.
before the show for a change. Right in the garbage. Actually,
Yeah,
not in
you
the
got
garbage.
it.
Into
Yeah.
a plastic bag, tied up
yeah,
into
there you
another
go.
plastic bag, tied up
There
into
you
the
go.
garbage.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
In so
So
Hey,
now-
underwear, we're at a point in our lives where you can afford new underwear.
Definitely.
exactly.
You could buy a pack like every couple of months. You'd be all
Yeah,
right.
you'd be fine.
So now, are we basically asking my experience, my latest experience.
I would prefer if you helped me out of
Definitely,
like,
absolutely,
this
100%.
embarrassment.
So it was a couple years ago. It was probably 2 years ago, maybe a little bit more.
Can I just stop you really quick? This is
Definitely.
the magic of this show where people actually say, "Oh, by the way, I have a shit story for you," before they come on the show.
Yeah. All right.
So now, the fact that you're just
just
like willingly adding,
that's it. I'll
to my
dive.
misery.
I'll dive right in, man.
Let's
Both
do it.
feet. So I'm
we
working.
go.
I was working as a waiter, and I was doing the lunch and the dinner. So it was a long day.
Oh shit! So you got
Yeah.
the lunch rush and the dinner rush.
Exactly. So, middle of the day. Now, my fiance, she's a big part of this story. She came and saved the day. She was like Wonder Woman. She was going to school at in Eastwick College in Ramsey, New Jersey at the time. So she's a significant amount away, hour and 20 minutes. So I call her around, basically it was exactly like yours. I just trusted a fart, and that was it for me. Now, I'm dressed in dress pants and button up, tucked in, and I'm like, holy shit. So she doesn't get out of there till about 4:30-ish. So it's 11:30 in the morning before the doors even open. So I'm like, all right, I don't know what to do. So basically I just went to the bathroom, I took them off, and I went commando for the rest of the day.
And here's the thing: you're at a restaurant, so they don't have wet wipes. They don't have the instruments you need
You
to clean yourself.
You were at your house. That's the best case scenario. You
Definitely,
could have just
yeah.
gone,
You
like,
could have been in
you could
so
have
many
just
other
gone
places.
like, well, I guess I'm taking a shower now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't have to.
But
I
you-
did.
but you could have.
Yeah.
No, I did.
Oh, you did. You
Oh,
left
I
that
did.
out. Yeah.
Real
So-
quick.
so
I
you-
threw them out and just went, time for a shower.
Yeah, there you go. We'll keep
Even
the movie
though I
on
had
pause.
showered like
Or RuPaul's.
only a couple hours earlier.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's put
But
this
it
on pause.
constitutes a shower at that point.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to do any of this. So I said, all right, I got to figure out what to do. So we were probably 2 years into our relationship at this time. We've known each other for a long time. So that awkwardness of not being just blatantly open with them was gone forever ago.
Yeah, I've been with her for 16 years. It's
so
just
So I
whatever.
said, listen, I was like, shit went down, literally, and I need a
back
clean
of my
pair.
leg.
I need a clean pair of drawers. And she said, all right, I'm on it.
filled up my shoes.
That's it. So 5 o'clock comes down, and I went outside to go have a cigarette and pretended like I wasn't going to get a fresh pair of boxers from my fiance, and it's exactly what I did.
She
And,
drove an hour and 20 minutes.
well, coming home from after school, I had to wait till the afternoon.
No,
she was in the middle
she
of
drove
school.
that. She drives that time normally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he's
yeah.
saying, like he couldn't call her. She couldn't be there. In
Yeah,
5
we
minutes.
lived over off Didell Road, so we were super close. So
Okay.
she could have been there in 10 minutes, but unfortunately, she was in Jersey at school. So I had to go a number of hours commando.
With a dirty asshole.
Yeah, well, so
And
this
no
is what
underwear.
I did. So I took the underwear off. I was swinging, and I wiped up as best as I possibly could. Did a pretty good job. Because like restaurants have sandpaper, toilet paper. That's basically
One
for,
ply.
yeah, dude, so bad.
Cheap
Now,
fucking shit.
I'm a baby wipe, advocator, big time.
I say I don't need them a lot. However, it's good to have them available.
Definitely.
When you do, it's
Agreed.
nice.
For those
it's
difficult
really nice.
times.
Yeah, rather have it, not need it, than need it, not have
it's
it.
like
Kind
a
of deal.
gun.
Definitely,
Yeah.
exactly.
Or a condom, I
It's like
guess.
a gun.
Gun, a condom, baby wipes.
So that was it, man. That was my story. She came, she saved the day. She made it. She made it available for me to finish out the rest of the work night. So
you would say that she was the MVP of shit stories.
100%,
Okay.
definitely. Definitely.
Well, what's her name?
Patricia.
Shout out to Patricia
Definitely.
for, having the, the focus, the constitution to
And
all
the
right.
confidence to go by Patricia as
Yeah.
not like an 83-year-old.
Yeah, true, true. Now her we all call her Trish or Trisha.
You see, that's more of a young person.
Yeah,
name.
but whenever I introduce her to somebody, I always say, "Oh, this is my fiance, Patricia."
You got to say
Yeah.
Pat. That is brutal.
That's a rough
Pat's
one.
got a goiter on her chin.
Pat wears white stonewashed jeans up to the bottom of her nipples. That's what Pat does. Fortunately for me, that's not Pat in my
She's got
life.
a close cropped curly haircut.
Exactly.
I don't know how to spell goiter.
I have no idea.
GOI.
I think it's T.
Whatever.
So good.
I'm
But,
just gonna write Pat's got a goiter.
Yeah. Trish, you know.
Yeah,
She killed it.
You're the
She
best.
definitely did.
One of those.
Definitely did. Yeah.
So let's slink back. Thank you for that.
Yes, sir.
That was nice.
Absolutely
It was
wonderful.
my pleasure.
Let's slink back to the Long Trail Porter.
Do you want to hear my Uring story?
Oh boy.
Let's put, you got the bumper?
Dead Radio presents
Should we point this at me? Will it be good? I don't know.
A
I don't know how
urine
to
story.
record myself. Does this look? This doesn't look great. I'm not a vlogger.
See how fucking cheap this thing looks?
It looks fucking expensive as shit.
It doesn't. It looks cheap as fuck, but
What-
it's
how
got
does-
a beautiful fucking view
How does
screen on
how
it.
does that look?
That
How does it
does.
look?
Oh, it
looks
looks
great.
good.
You're framed.
Yeah, it looks
framed
great.
well.
I would back
Yeah.
up a little
All
bit
right,
more.
so-
There you go.
All right, fine. So, okay. So this is not a shit story.
It's a urine story.
Yeah, but it starts with a shit.
Oh.
Yeah, but a normal shit. Like when you go and you take a shit,
Uh-huh.
right? So you go, you're in a public bathroom, you sit down, you take a shit.
You're
Right?
So
Totally fine.
this is you.
Me going to the bathroom.
In a-
just normal public bathroom,
Shit.
going to the bathroom. Yeah.
Where?
Everything was fine. I'm not going to say where.
I think I know where.
That's a key spot right there.
I know you know where. But I'm not going to say where. So I sit down, I do my thing. Completely uneventful. Just normal,
Yeah.
normal
Run of the
bowel-
mill.
Normal bowel movement. Stand up, something is wet on the back of my leg. So I was wearing a pair of shorts at the time, which apparently the cuff of the shorts was in a puddle of urine on the floor.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Savages!
So I mean, like most
fucking animals.
Yeah. So guys just, it's not that they can't aim; they just don't want to.
You worked in
sometimes.
food service.
Sure, definitely.
Yeah. So I sit down. This is
Disgusting
not
fucking
sad state of
savages.
affairs, man.
Disgusting.
not the end of the story.
Gets better.
It doesn't get better, but my
But it gets-
reaction, like
okay.
you're gonna want to know.
All right.
So I go, "That's disgusting." Pull it away from my leg.
Uh-huh.
So now I have it's like this big.
Like a half an inch
It's like
band.
it's about a half inch wide
6
and
inch
2
long.
to 3 inches
okay.
long of like a wet spot on the bottom of my shorts.
On the bottom or like
On the
where?
like the cuff of my shirt,
Okay,
like at
the
the knee.
Oh,
Like in the
so it's
back-
gonna touch
at
the most
at
sensitive
back-
part of your
so
leg
it's at the
all
back-
day.
It's at the back of my knee. So it's like the inside of my knee.
Oh, that's rough.
So I'm holding it like away from my skin because it's fucking disgusting. I was like, what the fuck am I going to do? So I pulled out my knife and I just amputated that part of my shorts.
Nice.
Yeah.
Innovative, man.
Which shorts?
Not the ones I'm wearing. I did wear them today, though, actually.
Which shorts though? I know.
Just a pair of tan shorts.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, good.
Yeah, that's pioneer shit
so I
right there.
sliced off like an inch area all the way around the urine.
You took
and then I
a
threw it away.
took a
and
page
then-
out of my book when
Yeah,
I had to
yeah,
shit
yeah,
at
when
the
you-
transmitter site, and I took my shea mug and like the
Used
scarf,
that- used it as
the
toilet paper.
I
Yeah.
cut a section off of it to use as toilet paper.
So
But
good.
so I like I'm holding it away from my leg and I slice a bit and then like you know how like when slicing fabric like you need to give it a little tension in the opposite direction
Yes.
to get it sliced nice.
Sure.
So I'm pulling it away and I slice it away. I was like, wow, that's pretty fucking funny. Also disgusting. Threw it out. I washed the back of my leg and my hands like 6 times.
Oh my god, you
Yeah.
turned into
Surgical.
Howard Hughes in
It was
the
fucking
bathroom.
gross. and then I did clean the
Quarantine.
bathroom.
QUAR.
And then I did clean the bathroom after that.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
nice.
yeah, that's great.
All right.
Yeah.
What day was this?
This was 2 weeks ago
All right.
because I
Oh.
didn't talk about it the last episode.
Oh, so that was probably closing, and I probably was like, this bathroom's pretty clean. So
Probably.
Wait,
If
closing-
if it was at the coffee shop.
if it was,
Yeah.
If it was, we don't know.
Yeah.
You know, so. Could
So
have been
that's that. That's
any
that's
Google
my-
pin around the
yeah.
world, you know?
That's my contribution
All
to
right.
urine stories.
Not
and
bad.
this might be the first time I'm on the Instagram.
it's a good
Yeah.
urine story.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was like hoping that you like pissed in your eye.
No.
something to that effect.
I mean, unlike many of our guests and hosts, I have a good amount of control over my bodily functions.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, this was someone else, some rando fucker's urine.
That's horrible.
I mean, probably a dude. I don't want to be sexist, but it was
Now, were
probably
we
a dude.
certain that it was urine, not just like?
Yeah, it was in front of the toilet.
Okay.
It
I'm
couldn't
just,
be
you know,
anything
I mean,
else.
maybe water. I don't know.
No,
I
it
have
was
no
like
idea.
6 feet away from
If
a
I'm
sink in
thinking
front-
about-
it was like in
All right.
droplets in front of
Yeah,
a
all
toilet.
If
right,
I
perfect.
Yeah, it was
if I
definitely-
understand where he was shitting, and I think
Then it couldn't
I
be
know it
anything
very
else.
well.
Fair enough.
Someone would have to fill their hands with water and carry it over to the toilet.
Okay.
And dump
Yeah,
it on.
because
Just playing
in the
devil's
place, in
advocate,
the place where
you
you
know?
understand, you always use the bigger bathroom.
Yes,
Yeah,
you do.
'cause- Yeah,
it's
you're
it's
fine.
roomy.
Yeah, and you're farther away from like people and
Yeah.
yeah.
So-
Okay.
And like I don't poop at work a lot, but if you have to, I mean,
Listen,
you have to.
touche on the surgery of your shorts, man. That's pretty.
Yeah, I was holding it and I was like, it came across my mind like all the people that I know that don't carry a knife everywhere.
Uh-huh.
What would they do? They
Yeah.
just have urine touching
They'd
them.
have been
Someone
fucked.
else's urine touching the back of their leg
Yep.
for the rest of the
That
day.
would have
They'd
been
have
a
to-
continuous thought.
They'd have to bite the fabric off,
Oh god.
and that's getting too close to the urine.
that's way over the top. But depending on, you know, if you're able to deal with hours of that agitation, of just like
knowing
you
that
know?
it's there. But
That's
like,
what I was saying.
For me, like if I had to deal with that all day, like the rest of the day, I would go home. I would drop those fucking shorts and throw them right in the fucking garbage because I could never wear them again.
and then burn
But
yourself
now,
like the
now
Wicker
it's
Man.
like I'll pull those out and you know, well I won't fold them because they'll just sit in a laundry bag until I wear them.
Oh, that was
But-
the best.
I mean, I'll seriously pull those out and be like, "Ha, that's funny." But if I didn't, I would have to throw them out. I would
Yeah.
have to throw them out at the end of the day.
Fucking Wicker Man.
You have to burn yourself like the Wicker Man. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I've been absent-mindedly drinking this, and it's fine.
I know.
All right, see?
So the Long Trail Porter, according to Adam, he's
It's
been
fine.
drinking it
That's
the
pretty good.
entire
That's right.
time. Everyone. So you've mixed.
No,
okay,
it tastes kind of like a very hoppy ale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so he's at, okay. So
totally
we
fine.
have a little
So
bit
this
of
is
Otter
seven.
Creek's.
It's 7 beers mixed together.
We have a little bit of Otter Creek's fresh slice, Long Trail's cranberry gosa
Oh wait, so fresh slice, cranberry gosa
by Long Trail.
by Long Trail.
Fresh slices by Otter Creek
Yep.
What is this again?
Green Blaze
I'm
IPA.
trying to read it through the label.
by Long Trail.
Mostly cloudy.
By Long Trail.
Citra Mantra
By Long Trail.
and blackberry wheat
By Long Trail.
and the Long Trail Ale.
By Long Trail.
By Long Trail. Thank you.
Which
You're
is
not-
pretty
they
impressive.
Can see it. They can see it.
The fact that it's not some
tastes good.
sour like dumpster juice, you know, it's pretty impressive. And that makes me even more confident in my product that I can put out something that
Spectacular
regardless,
ingredients.
if you take 13 of our beers and mix them together, it basically is
It
like
tastes
just,
like a decent beer.
yeah, that's it. Not bad.
Let's do it.
Can I smell it?
Let's try all 13
That's
next
it.
time.
We'll call it like the Infinity or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Long Trail Infinity.
Long Trail Infinity Porter.
There you go.
And then you tell the story. You tell the story on the side of the label, just like
Write that
so.
one down.
So for people that don't know, a porter is basically the dregs of kegs.
Mm-hmm.
So a keg has a bung hole. I'll just make this. Keg has a bung hole in it, and you hit the fucking, you put the valve in the
Yep.
bung hole, and then you take all the beer out of it. At the bottom of that, there is a slurry of yeast and grossness.
Yep.
They would take that and dump it into a big barrel throughout the week or month or whatever, and then they would serve it to the basically slave labor called porters, the people that would carry shit off of ships and whatever, and it would be very cheap. That's why they called it a porter.
Okay.
Because they would just dump all of this shit into a barrel, and then all of the yeast and slurry and shit would drop to the bottom, and then you'd have something somewhat drinkable at the top.
Mm-hmm.
That is now turned into, well, we took our lager and our black ale and we mixed them together and we call it a porter. That's fucking bullshit. That's not what a porter is.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but it's what a porter is now.
This
So-
is a
Yeah.
Long Trail traditional porter. I like the Infinity Porter.
Yeah, Long Trail Infinity Porter.
That's it. This might be a life-changing situation for me right here.
Hey,
you know
man.
what I mean? It might be.
Hey, if we can
but
get
what
on the
they
map
need to
with
do
this,
is
I'll
not,
take it.
is not brew them together. They need to mix
Yeah,
them
it's got to be
after
separate
they're-
and then
Yeah.
mix after the fact.
It's got to
Yeah.
be all the garbage left over.
I'm gonna draw the infinity symbol.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit!
Not bad.
Just to fucking make
it
my
wasn't
head
good either.
make my head explode when I try
And
to.
I'm out of
post
room.
it.
I'm gonna knock all these beers over.
Oh man! So it's good.
It's pretty good.
It really isn't. It's not bad
Yeah.
by any means. I've definitely had plenty worse. That weren't 9 different beers mixed together. You know.
All right. Well, I think I
think
would
I
call that
just
the
I need to
apex.
chug all these and go home.
That's it. Absolutely.
Well, let's call it right.
Yeah, I think so. Oh wait, we forgot something. Turn it off. Turn it off. I was gonna do this.
Yeah.
Great.
I just
Fucking
had
greatness.
to do that.
It's pure gold.
But now we can go back to the outro.
Yeah.
This is the latest disclosure.
No. Ryan, thanks for coming.
Absolutely. Thank you for having
It's
us.
been a long time.
It has. It's been a number of years.
Thank you for bringing all this alcohol.
Definitely. And you know I'll be bringing more over by
Absolutely.
the Crafted Cup.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Tanner and we're
Cool.
gonna get way more.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
We're probably due for a change out. Like we
Okay.
don't do the volume that I'm sure a lot of the
Sure.
people that you're dealing with do.
Well,
but,
Tanner also said
yeah.
that they didn't do a grand opening. They didn't really do like a
We're
promotion.
probably going to
kinda-
do. I think it's going to be like next semester. We'll
Cool.
do like a grand reopening kind
Sure.
of thing, and just
Good
you know,
idea.
try and
Because then you introduce the taps to everybody and let everybody know it's
Yeah.
a go-to spot.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean
Definitely.
it's getting to the point now where the like fucking people are just like, oh, they have breakfast sandwiches, and now
Yeah.
1,000 people show up every day.
I have not been in
Yeah.
there once where it
Jesus
wasn't
Christ.
jammed with people. Never. Not one time.
Yeah.
And I've been in there numerous times. Numerous. I can't even count.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, this is great. Definitely is. As long as I'm doing my job well, you should be able to get Long Trail and Outer Creek at any place where they sell alcohol. Not liquor or wine, but beer.
Yeah.
Halftime, definitely. We have an end cap in the cooler as well. So as long as I keep doing my thing. Now remember, Warehouse, May 18th, 6 to 9, Orange Dream Rollout Party, as well as this Saturday, halftime, Poughkeepsie, 2 to 5, big tasting. 30 breweries, 100 different beers from 2 to 5.
And that's why this motherfucker is good at what he does.
We've been talking for 2 hours about him, so
It's awesome.
beers,
So happy you guys have me out. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. So this Saturday, I'm going to definitely try and be there, and then for the next one, because I definitely want to try that cream ale.
Hell
So-
yeah. I'll definitely bring you some.
Also, check out Craft Beer Guild Distributing of NY, Craft Beer Guild NY on Facebook, and Craft Beer Guild NY. I don't know why I have a trouble. I have trouble saying Craft
You're
Beer
not good at
Guild
talking.
NY.com. Check them out too. It's great, man.
And also,
It's
if you
great
want to
having
try the Citra Mantra, which we tried tonight, there's
Yes.
probably a quarter of a sixel left at Crafted Cup. $5 a pint. It's
go wrong.
it's a
Great
it's a
price
great,
point.
Great price point. Great atmosphere. Great employees. You can compliment Bosch's haircut.
It's pretty.
Yeah,
it's on point.
It's
Yeah,
righteous.
it's nice.
I'm jealous, man. I haven't had hair in about 10 years. So.
It's on fleek, as the
It's
kids
on
would say.
fleek. Yes.
I don't know what that is.
That's like 16-year-old girl shit. That's awesome.
I'm
I
out
like
of
that.
touch. I don't know.
Also, check out the benefit for the love of Jen on Friday, May 12th. That's this Friday. Doors open at 5. Classes start at 5:30 at Core Bodies. 2 LaGrange Avenue, Suites 203 and 206, Poughkeepsie, New York. Silent auctions, raffles, appetizers, and so we got to pick a title for the show.
Oh yeah. All right. So it's not a lot, but I think we got some winners. So from early on, we have "I Am a White Guy," a crushable liquid.
I kind of like that one.
That's mine.
Crushable
that's mine,
liquid's
yeah.
great.
Long Trail Porter. It was a fart, then mud. I was swinging. Pat's got a goiter.
That's got a goiter.
And Long Trail Infinity Porter. So for me, it's between a crushable liquid and Pat's got a goiter.
I agree. Those both are outrageous.
Pat's got a goiter is the winner.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
So
Please
let's
circle
let's
that
go with
and-
hashtag crushable liquid and hashtag
Long Trail Infinity Porter.
Definitely. I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Can you fucking
Circle that
imagine?
one?
Can you fucking imagine?
No, the Pat's Goiter, you fucking jerk.
I'll fucking I'll
we
circle,
circle the title. We hashtag the hashtags.
I'm gonna circle Goiter. Just fucked them all up.
Damn it!
Oh my
I'm sitting
god.
down here for hours tomorrow.
No, this
Amazing.
it's Pat's got a goiter is what we're going with.
Yeah.
right?
Beautiful.
You could just listen back to the show.
So good.
I sometimes I have delusions of grandeur. Sometimes. Could you imagine if Long Trail made an Infinity Porter and it was branded to Dead Radio Podcast?
That'd be amazing.
Dead Radio Podcasts Infinity Porter by Long Trail.
Yeah.
Would be.
Listen, I know
That would be acceptable.
I know
I mean,
the
I'd be
head.
okay with that.
I know the head brewers.
if
I
they
know the
wanted to- if
CEO.
they
I know
wanted
the
to do
marketing
it.
team.
Yeah.
I know all of them. So this is something that
Yeah.
is not an impossibility.
All right. So if they wanted to do that, we'd be cool with it.
All right, cool.
Just
Cool.
as long as we get a cut.
Of
Yeah,
course.
we like 35%.
We're not
That's not
doing
bad,
this
not
for
bad.
fun
All right.
anymore. This is actually, we're trying to make a profit here.
Yeah, we're making like $20s of dollars a month.
$20s of dollars. Oh god.
Holy shit. All right, kids. That's it for this week. What do we got next week? Do we know?
We don't have anyone for next week.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So, but the following week we have what's the name of the band again?
Francis Dean.
Francis Dean, and it's a FRANCES.
CES Dean.
Dean.
Like as in.
Jimmy Dean sausage.
Yeah. Sausage.
Yeah. So, but
And
they're a really great band that we just discovered like this week.
Yep.
They were at Record Store Day. I heard them on Dark Side Records podcast.
Nice.
We're very excited to have them. I'm looking forward to hopefully checking out a show before they come on, so I can get some audio that we can play. They have like 6 shows before then, so I'm
Right.
sure.
Yeah, I
want
want to. I want to check out the one at Snugs.
And then after that, we're in talks. We're in talks
Ooh.
with the Barbershop by Francois.
Oh,
I know
shit.
Francois.
Friend
Good man.
Coy. Friend
Good
Coy.
man.
Yeah,
as I like to say.
Jen is his fiance.
Oh,
who we've been
okay.
talking
Yeah,
about.
I met her. Yeah, all right.
So we're negotiating sponsorship, and they'll maybe come on. We'll see.
Beautiful.
We'll see how it goes.
In the meantime, we're gonna drink all these. Adam's. We're
Yeah, I'm
gonna
gonna
watch
drink
Adam
all-
drink all these beers, and we'll.
And then skateboard home in a fiery fucking auto wreck. It's gonna be great.
Holy
it's gonna be good
shit.
times.
And we'll see all you kids next week. Maybe no one. So
unless I die on the way home.
Yeah, which is highly likely. If you're placing bets out there, that's the one to place.
Oh man.
All right, thanks a lot, Ryan.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Drink Long Trail and Otter Creek.
Absolutely.
And
yeah, don't drink and drive, folks.
Yeah.
Get an electric skateboard.
Definitely don't
get an
do
electric skateboard or walk. Just
Too
take a
many
nice
outlets
stroll.
for safe travel
It's
nowadays.
nice now. Nowadays the weather's nice. All right, till next week.